Hello, everybody. Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, depending on what time it is for you where you are. Happy Wednesday. That seems true. It's the 21st of May. Welcome back. I'm here. I've got triple beverages, so you know we're set up for a while. We have water. That's heavy. There's remains of coconut water, and then I'm like halfway finished my coffee, and I got a coffee mug from a local place that sells some handmade ones from town. And you're not supposed to love objects like this because it's not good for your soul or something, but I really like it. How is everybody? Pretty nice. Yeah. I like it reminds me, my mom has had a mug with the same kind of color pattern forever. She got it as a teenager from the Vancouver Aquarium, and growing up that was mom's coffee mug. And I saw her yesterday, and I was telling her, I think that this is my effort to continue turning into you. But I got a couple of them. I think the coffee tastes better out of it. Haven't made it to a Hazel stream in a while. Haven't been early in like ever. Character select screen? Yeah! They let you stick up to 4 of your characters in like a scene now, and there's a couple different scenes you can unlock and use. Sad I can't mindlessly grind visions out and unlock everything in a single go. Aw. I know nothing. Absolutely nothing about visions. Aside from what I learned in BFA whenever we did them last. And then I was told this morning, don't pick Soradormi. I don't know what that means yet, but I'll find out. But I know I'm going in real blind. But I know it's out. And I'm sure there's cosmetics. Not that we're done with the rest of the cosmetics that we've been farming in Nightfall and whatnot. But actually, speaking of Nightfall, I wonder if I can make it out there before we get started with anything. I wonder if because it's 9:05 right now. I betcha I can squeeze out a weekly, because I'm still collecting that stuff too. So maybe that's a good way to start our stream. QP Ranger 2, thank you very, very much for the 33-month resub. Appreciate it. It's out and it's a blast. You can get a head enchant. Mounts and pets. Okay. I can get on board with this. I could probably, yeah. I've got a myth helmet. I can stick an enchant on. It'll be great. Check some horrific vision weak auras. Maybe later. I'm probably gonna try it without getting extra stuff to figure out what kind of stuff I feel like I need before starting to tack stuff on, just so I don't get overwhelmed with tools that I don't know what they're for yet. It's a blast. Is it fun? I'm so skeptical. I need to give it a fair shot because that's the nice thing to do. But I don't remember loving them last time, and I guess I don't know what makes them different, if anything. But we'll see. Am I gonna work on getting the death cycle? I don't know. What's the death cycle? Is it out? Is this something that I should know about? Identical as far as I know. It wasn't that long ago, was it? I couldn't even... It was BFA, right? Yeah, it was like late BFA. Not having to farm things to pay for entry makes this version better? Oh, purple motorcycle. Oh, okay. I feel like I have a motorcycle that's... not... I have the Incognito. I have the green one from the thing. That's good. I like the green one. Most of the lore sounds like gibberish. I'm so behind. I'm feeling a little bit that way too. I haven't looked at anything to do with WoW in the last couple of days, and I had been very lightly looking for the week or two before that because I'd been mainly away. So I am just gonna do what I know, and we'll figure everything else out at a reasonable, manageable pace in no particular hurry. Hey, we made it in time. This is good. Am I the only one who actually likes visions? I don't know. I think some people were saying they were enjoying them. Going through them as a tank, pushing the envelope and bringing back content unchanged. I wonder, they must have data. I wonder how much of their current player base didn't play them last time. It's probably more people than we would think. There's probably been more turnover, or just people that skipped BFA. BFA was a pretty popular expansion to skip if you were going to skip one. Particularly like the end of it. So I wouldn't be surprised if there's a decent chunk of their current player base that's seeing it for the first time now. gliding over to Nightfall. Yeah, that's good. We can get our scenario. We can get our one. I probably won't get like the coffer thing, but we can get a. We can get. Oh yeah, there's a rep too. That's right. I'm probably gonna get this rep finished today if I do anything at all. Acts like Bran, taking her with you makes everything harder to kill. All right, we can leave her at home then. That'll be good. Fly into sickly sky razors. I want to read it as sticky sky razors. Fly into the sticky sky razors. Any more of them? Where are they at? There. Sticky. Well, that's kind of fun. Last time I played seriously was Legion. Went into BFA a little bit. Tried to get into Dragonflight. Well, there's plenty to do. There's definitely plenty to do if you're in the mood for some World of Warcraft. Let's head this way. I made a point to run add-on updates before I hopped on today. And to update my updater, but so that's how it goes sometimes. We ran updates. So my theory is that maybe All the Things is caught up now on maybe All the Things will know what I need from Visions, and it can kind of give me a bit of a framework for what I'm looking to collect. Because I'll get a, you know, if there's a head enchant to get on my main, I'll get that. Probably. But my main priority, I think, is just to kind of see what I need to do to get mounts and pets and Mog and stuff. New Mog, anyways. I would have had a decent, probably not everything, but a decent amount of collectibles already sorted from last time that we had this content. Morning. Oh, good morning, Wolfclad. How you doing today? Finally graduated college. I have a lot more time now. Nice. Time to go farm groceries. Sometimes I look at grocery shopping as a quest, but then sometimes I pay for the mission table version of the quest where I just give them money and they bring things to my door. I don't even have a good excuse. It's just, you know, it's affordable enough to make it worth not going out to the store if you really don't want to. Let their arrogance fuel your spirit. Kitty, do you want to come hang out? Meow. We will stand victorious. She's been on one for the last day or two. She's been really funny. Oh, very cute. Happy kitty. Seems to be feeling pretty good. Not mad about that. I was worried that she was going to do poorly or decline a bit while we were gone, but she did great with my mom. Morning. Good morning, sweet pancakes. How you doing today? I've been up for a bit. I managed to squeeze out of bed and actually go to the yoga studio this morning, which I had been not doing. I like for the couple of weeks before my week off, I had been going like maybe once a week because I kept having to cancel it for house showings. And then I was just tired from house stuff, so I didn't go. And then I was away for a week. And then I finally came back to town. I was like a little worried that I was going to get in trouble or something. I don't know. Sometimes I forget that I'm 30 and this is a thing that I pay to go do. But finally like crawled back in there. They're like, "Oh, hey, you're back." Wow. They're like, "Did you go away?" And I'm like, "Yes, I was definitely away for the entire absence and not just failing to show up." But it was kind of cute that people noticed that I was gone. I really didn't think that would happen. It's a pretty big studio in a big city, and I don't talk to anybody as a general rule. So it was sweet that anybody noticed. Last night, 2 young bears decided to pretend to be squirrels in a tree right in front of the house. Oh man. Oh man. Playful young bears, huh? Delivery was so much better before 2020. It was brand new, so it was basically free. I have a setup here where I can get the delivery fee if I order not through like a third-party service, but I order through the grocery store directly. The one that I use, I can pay for my delivery fee with points, and I get generally enough points to sustain it by ordering. So and then the prices are the same as the prices in the store, which is not the way it works on like Instacart or something like that. So I like that. You do sometimes get things that you didn't buy. Like you'll get a substitution that's a little questionable. But that is the price that you pay for, first of all, allowing them to substitute everything, because I don't particularly, I'm never around to like answer the text of like, "Hey, do you want this instead?" I don't really bother with that. And then also to not go to the store. If I feel like if I want anything really particular and specific and I'm not willing to be flexible, then I will just go to the store. The only things I ever got subbed that I couldn't actually eat was I once got subbed like a meat option when I'd ordered a vegetarian thing, and I just dropped it off at a food bank. quick gif of it in the cute stuff Discord. I have to see this. I'll link the Discord if anybody is curious, because I'm not going to show it directly on stream. But Carbon Guild, no, not Carbon Guild, Squirrel Squad Guild. Cute stuff, cute stuff. Scroll. Oh my god, the bears! Oh my god, they're so scruffy. They're so cute!
Take a moment for celebration, but
Oh,
stay
boy.
on your guard. They'll return soon enough.
What a life. But besides big dogs.
Victory for the Flames Radiance!
Sanguine, thank you for the 24-month resub. Happy 2 years. Appreciate it.
They'll return soon enough.
Okay, so we turn this in.
Step into the light.
I won't worry too much about the dailies, especially because they're Ajka Het ones. What do you want to give me? You want to give me carved crests, free resonance crystals, which we always take, and then they're buffing my stuff. They're buffing my stuffing. I get a belt, and then an upgraded tabard. Am I done? Is that why? Yes, I'm at 10. Oh, I didn't realize I was gonna get so much rep from that. Nice. Okay. Is there anything else that I want to purchase from the vendor now that I'm at 10? I don't think so, because we got that's gear. We got the whatchamacallit, the mount last time. There's stuff that I could buy here. Wand. Yeah. We can learn the buckle. We can open the cleric's chest. I have 2 of these radiant emblems of service. All the things now thinks I need 20 of them, so I think maybe it's counting them correctly now. They're good for champion gear, but this character really doesn't need them, so maybe I really should go for all. And I should start buying weapons that I won't get or use. Oh, I did get a warlife. Or it says I did, but it also says I didn't. That's confusing. Maybe I don't worry about it for now. Alright, we'll call it good. Let's go back to Dornegal, have some coffee, have a think, and maybe poke around at Horrific Visions. Off to work, have a great stream. Thanks, Sweet Pancakes. Used to think your YouTube persona was fake, but after watching the stream, oh, that's sweet. It's still a little bit fake. Let's not kid ourselves. I am not this cheerful all the time. If anything, I use a little bit of the extra cheer for stream, and then I get like a little crankier for a few hours later, or I just like won't really want to like talk anymore. I'll just want to like grump around and read a book or something. Okay, coffee good. What are these? Oh, okay. Well, that's really of no good to me. I think I want a greed roll. I want a greed roll for a tier token that was DK Warlock Demon Hunter, and I can't even send it to anybody else. It's soulbound. I can't even vendor it. That was a silly thing to press greed. I guess I'll delete it. I won't vendor my cartel chip. Don't worry, we're gonna need that. A Radiant Service Satchel. Oh, that must be for getting Exalted, and that gave us another one of those. That's good. Oh, I did get Champion Spoils. That gave me Veteran Chest Piece. I have a lot of extra cloth stuff. I wonder if I can just start disenchanting it. I certainly don't need these Champion Gloves. This has kind of better stats plus Indestructible. Maybe I should look into switching that out. I don't really want Versa Haste. I think Mastery Haste is better for me. Plus, think of all the gold I can save by having an indestructible belt. I'm about to be so sick. Yeah, so here, catch that up. Send it. I'll spend some Valor Stones. We can swamp it in. We can disenchant the old one so we don't accidentally put it back on, and problem solved. That's very sweet of you, Milka. Don't worry too much about me. I have wonderful people in my life. I'm very lucky. You like the curls? They're springy today. I finger coiled them after my shower. There's okay. You can tell I haven't been playing a ton of WoW because my bags are slowly getting worse and worse. And I'm really losing my grip on which things are important and which things I need to not get rid of. The Ascendancy Serum can definitely go. We could maybe vendor the tabard that I just equipped. I want my 10 gold. I can't delete it. I need my 10 gold. There we go.
Be bold.
We're getting enchanting knowledge, which I'm pretty sure I don't need anymore. Well, you know what? We're getting good at making finishing reagents. There we go. I'm 1 point off of completely finishing enchanting. Quite literally 1 point off of being fully capped. All right. That's good. Actually, you know what? I can probably finish that. This isn't what I meant to do today, but it would be kind of satisfying to be finished with something in my life. So I think if we just do the enchanting weekly, that'll do it. Johnny finally acquired today for my birthday. Happy birthday, Islewind. Congrats on your Johnny mount. First thing that happens when I play less is I stop keeping track of everything in my bags. Yeah. We're a little messy. We're not mad at it. It's all right. It's okay. I actually don't mind just sitting down and going through my bags. I just feel bad doing it on stream when it's my first day back in stream after 2 days off. And I only streamed 2 days last week after a week off. I feel like I owe it to you guys to do something more exciting than going through and vendoring my Delver's disguises. I say as I buy copper quality storm dust. Let's get 16 of those. Well, look, we're gonna finish it yet. It's gonna be really exciting. Just hold on. Ready? Here, we'll cheer. That'll make it fun. That's 3 knowledge. And we're officially... Wow, it really doesn't give you an achievement or anything. Oh, we were gonna cheer. Sorry. Woo! There we go. Got 2 Mechanica today in a row from the Elite Rare, so I got the pet that cost 10. Want to get the other pets next and worry about the mounts later. Nice! 2 sounds lucky. My Copium brain wants to believe that they buffed the drop rate. But it's entirely possible that you're just really lucky. Should I turn in the chat list? I should turn in the chat list. And then we come back to Dornogal and figure out what it is that we're doing. Didn't feel like playing last night, then today haven't felt like starting Visions, and now I'm leveling a Night Elf Rogue instead. That's your soul telling you it's got other plans for you. Shopping list gives you a bar, fills up as you progress on knowledge points. Oh, I see, I see. I'm going to have a whole batch of weeklies to do out here too, because we're once again not done with Undermine, although I'm 2 of the 4 cartel reps done. I'm mainly here just to, here, we can pick these up anyway. I'm mainly here just to turn in my chat list. I guess I can pick a new contract, because we're exalted with these 2. I suppose Blackwater's next, alphabetically. Okay, grab that. Turn in a list, grab a new one, because this is the only way I'm ever going to get the part-timer achievement done. Is very slowly. At least I'm getting, silly green jetpack. At least I'm getting... whatchamacallem, Valor Stones now, because we can send them to other alts, so I was able to use some of my mains Valor Stones on another character. Okay. So those are at least picked up. We can go back to Dornogal. We've got horrific visions to do. They're adding content to this game so quickly. I'm not really fully prepared. I can't blame them for that, really. It's me. I haven't been playing. I can't be like, oh man, I haven't looked at this in 3 weeks. How dare things change? How could you possibly add things to do for other people that have been playing? My goodness, the nerve. Don't hate visions, just hate that progressing the talent tree and the Helm enchant is time-gated. Oh. Let's have a look at this. Let's have a look-see. I'm gonna hide all this for the moment and hopefully not forget about it forever. I'm sure we've got more weeklies to pick up. Oh, I probably have Vault open too. I didn't log in yesterday.
And be heard.
Not doing that.
Please proceed.
Might do that. A lot of people think it's not enough because of time gating. I'm like cautiously optimistic about time gating, to be honest with you, because in my mind, if it's time gated, that means that I can do X amount of it, be done for the week, and then go back to farming the other things that I need to farm or that I want to farm. Like delves and undermine reps and nightfall cosmetics and whatnot that I'm not finished yet. All right. I've said all right. I'm going to start like 13 times now. I guess that begs the question of where do I start? I've seen screenshots of a thing in I actually don't know where it starts. Is it here? There's a thing on my map. Also Vault. Turbo Boost Challenge. Yeah, I'm probably not gonna do that. I guess I'll pick it up at least. There's an eye on the map. There is an eye on the map. That's true. 626 for defeating the main boss. Okay. I have a feeling that Shadow Priest is not going to be the most fun and satisfying way to do this, but it is probably what I'm going to be doing. What do we do here? We've got some hero champion track. Oh yeah, because we just did a normal run for whatchamacallums. Achievements. Test pilots go pack. I think I'm gonna take the go pack for Mog, honestly. Because they're all Mog, but this one is a jetpack. Works for me. That'll do. Good enough. Call it good. Here's a crazy question. Does that change in color if I upgrade it? I got it at Champion 6 of 8. I feel like it's already as good as it's gonna get. Increases movement speed by 150% and allows you to skim over water. Oh. I wonder if I should keep that. Like, if that's ever going to be useful for something eventually. What was I doing? Oh, yeah, I was going to look at the item upgrader. Got Meal Muncher from the first meal box yesterday. Maybe guaranteed. That would be funny. Shadow did better. Has been strong and smoked it so easily. How do you do visions as a healer? It's a great question.
I offer you my aid.
I don't even remember what I did last time. I might have just spec damage. I mean, I don't need any crest to upgrade it, so I guess I can see. Nope, did not change in appearance. Okay.
Carefully.
That's just donating Valor Stones to the Valor Stone gods. I'm going to stick that back piece. I'm going to stick the go pack in my bank in case I ever want it for fun or something.
For Outlanders.
Test pilots go pack.
My directive has been fulfilled.
Normally only change it 5. That makes sense. Revisit. You have not completed a horrific vision this week. Okay. Alright. There's probably like a tutorial.
Champion. Come. There is much to discuss. I will be here. Ponder the black blood. Much like the old gods from whence it came.
Hang on.
Is
What
both
am I doing going
potent
in when I
and
haven't looked at all the vendors?
dangerous. However,
Appearances,
this
appearances,
is not the
appearances.
first time Azeroth has faced its
Unlock future
mind-altering
champion
qualities.
items to be warbound until equipped. Oh. Well, that would be
When
kind of handy.
Azoth sought the return of Nyalotha, Rathion and Mother
She's got a lot
discovered
to
a way
say.
to resist his
Weaponsmiths.
reality.
Oh,
weapon
so veteran,
corruption.
heroic champion weaponsmiths. Gotcha. Okay.
By
and
peering
then
into the past and reliving that
These are
conflict,
modeling the sets.
perhaps
I'm
we
pretty
can
sure I
gain
have this
new
armor
knowledge
already.
to
Maybe not in
aid
that
us
color?
our current efforts.
Maybe in that color? Can't
Take
recall.
all the time you need.
Okay, so that's a brand new mount. That's cute. I have a Wicked Swarmer already. The bronze color's new. They've got some cloak mogs. Collected this appearance, but not from this item. Interesting. So those are the same appearances we had before. These will say that I haven't collected them at all, but I've got some of those sets done. Okay,
I
good.
will see you again.
Anything else? I guess that's the one vendor. What do they want me to do? Collect Sands of Time. Oh, don't mind me. If you get a companion like Bran now, it seems like they do damage if you select the damage option. Oh. How are you liking the expansion? Me? I like this expansion a lot. Early on, it was like one of my favorite ones that I've ever played. It's still good, but at a certain point, I got overwhelmed with too many things to do.
Is it time already? May time be
The raids have
kind
been
to
really good. You want to come up?
The sun. You will now witness a vision of what N'Zoth intended for our world. Be fearless,
You wanna come up with
champion.
few new mounts in the visions themselves. Okay. Oh, I opened a tab of a Wowhead article that was talking about those. The horse, griffin, nesting swarmite. Gotcha. Okay. Alright, we're not in a time or anything, so maybe we'll look at that article first. Hang on.
Windrunner forces all to submit to the old guard.
1 second.
Or be purged.
Okay. Life of the week. 3 new mounts from exploring the vision. Nesting swarmite can spawn from piles of trash in specific locations. Same locations for every vision. Cathedral by a broken wagon. Dwarven by the dead tree. Old town. So those are where the trash piles are. The Stallion's reigns. 1 mask to see horseshoes. Okay, so that'll be a bit of a later me problem. Mini puzzle. Obtaining horseshoe gives you a stacking buff. You get 4 stacks. Interact with an anvil in the blacksmithing hub. Spawns the rare, which drops the mount. Okay. Hi, kitty cat. And then the griffin. There's corpses of a few griffins with a ripped note. You need 3 masks to see the bowl in the note. Bring one of the following Kazalgar foods, depending on what it says. Once you have the correct food, interact with the bowl. Double check before rattling the bowl. Putting the wrong food and rattling the bowl will spawn a horde of frenzied rats and despawn it. Okay. So this is a much later me problem, but whenever we're ready, we can just pre-shop for these and just bring one of each, I guess. Purple bike 2, more complicated? Oh, okay. Alright. Well, first of all, let's just have a look around. Tribute of experimental destabilization, so that's something we can power up. And then Vision Hunter. Okay. Seems like something that gets better with progress. Should I use a flask or something? We won't worry about it for now.
I have been
You can mount on the rotor right inside. Oh, okay. Well, that's easy. Show me the map of the vision, shall we? See if we remember anything about how to do these. So there's different zones that drain different amounts of sanity per second. To improve your resistance. Okay.
Never let your guard down. Learn from the past. Look to the future.
I played these, like, fully when they were here last. It's just, I guess it's been a few years. And I think that my brain has played enough WoW by now that it knows that once something's over, you can just clear off that shelf and use it for something else. I think I've overwritten that memory. Alright, so we're declining, so we're hurrying then. If we can pull multiple packs, we can. Maybe it'll come back to us as we're playing. Can't do much at first. This is probably just a tutorial, yeah.
Please save my son.
You have to get back into WoW. If you're feeling the itch, you know what to do.
Mother, do not listen to the whispers.
I have ignored them for too long. They speak
Don't see
the
why not.
truth, Thanator, and you will hear them. I will make you hear them.
Hopefully they bring back Torghast and other old content as well next.
I will never
I would love to play through more Torghast. I don't know if the world is ready yet, though.
And it will not save you!
Hi.
What have I done?
Vision exploration concluded. Initiating exit protocol.
Okay.
A blow well struck.
Is that me?
But this was only the beginning.
No.
Of Azoth's vision. Additional
It looks a lot like me. I don't think that's me. That must be a different boss. Horrific visions revisited. Okay, so they say 284 things. I've got 10% of them already. probably from last time because we haven't done any of it yet. Oh no, hang on. We got some bracers. We got some cuffs. Okay. And then exit the vision. Seems reasonable. Favorite content for a while.
Be calm.
Not too bad.
You are safe,
Okay.
but these visions can still prove lethal, even when in the
It's alright, you're back.
The more you bring back from the visions,
I like how they're like,
the
it's okay,
more
you're
we
not
can
gonna die
build
in
your
real life.
resistance to them. Time you will be able to venture further into the vision than before.
Right.
Prepare yourself.
Until we meet
Well, at least they're not
again.
making us get another Rathian cloak. Create an echo of N'Zoth and insert into the hourglass of horrific visions.
We serve once more.
Right. Okay. There's a tech tree. The orb restores sanity. 3 of them in a single vision. Gotcha. And then reduce damage taken, increase damage done. Allies within 100 yards reduce it by 1%. I guess it's only 5% to begin with, so that is kind of notable. I guess that's more of a solo spec. General reduction of sanity drain, increased party member sanity. Yeah, so this is for groups generally. Maximum sanity for party members. First revival on an ally is free. This is just general sanity reduction. Okay, so these are not complicated. And this is just reduce damage done, increase damage taken. Nothing fancy. I'm not mad at that. I don't think I had it in me to learn fancy.
Down on you.
You can go whenever you like. No need for keys. The hourglass is still fragile. Must harden it week to week because of time gating. That's fine.
Dragons.
So we go back.
I protect the sands of time.
Find additional boons specific to that vision that later remain longer. And explore more.
Time. Continue reliving these visions, champion. The
Did solo
more
with
we
friends? Pretty
understand the
dope.
past,
There's still
the
Stormwind
better
and
we can
Orgrimmar.
face the threats
It
of the
seems... Oh, hang on. I'm not ready yet.
The Isles
I've got a new
have
quest. There we go. It seems quite similar to what we had last time. Almost identical. But you don't need to pay for
Stormwind
entry, that's good.
City, a bastion of the holy light, now fallen.
I
to
do
the
not
void,
require
a
assistance.
staging ground.
So you can have Sword Army join you like Bran.
Obeying
The word on the
whispers
street
of
was
her
that the
mind,
scaling was a bit wonky for
Illyria
that, so
Windrunner
it
forces
wasn't
all
necessarily
to
the best
the
thing to
old
take.
god.
But that they'll probably tune that if that's the case, if it's not worth it. Oh, okay. 1%, 1%, 1%. Good.
Speak your mind. Azeroth faces
Yeah,
many
let's
threats.
send some consumables. What else are they for? Let's get visions last time. Is this like a not delve? Is it like a not delve? Sort of. Yeah, it's got a lot in common with delves. It's a bit timed though because your sanity's gonna be draining over time while you're in them, so it's got that in common with other timed content like Mythic Plus. We're looking for a oil. Oh, do I not have any? Oh, didn't need it. I was gonna put on a weapon oil.
It
Or mana
seems our
oil.
fates are intertwined.
Oh. That's okay. I don't think I need to do that. Okay, so no time to lose. I remember the masks amps up the difficulty. Now that I can, now that I can restore my sanity a couple of times, we can probably clear at least one more zone. I don't think I'm gonna go too hard trying to overachieve, because it's nice being able to actually finish where you're heading to.
Save my son.
And then as you do them on harder difficulties, I didn't see, maybe we haven't unlocked the mask thing yet. We're still getting our intro quest done, maybe. Enjoyed the tuning at 6:55. Fairly trivial. How can you have enchanting and alchemy? You can have any two professions you want. Even when I have a gathering profession, I tend to still buy mats on the auction house, because when I get going crafting things for gold, I need things in such quantities that it would just be unrealistic to gather them. When I was in Dragonflight, when I was making my gold with alchemy, I would buy herbs like 3,000 at a time, 5,000 at a time. There's add-ons that can help you calculate, taking into account your crafting stats, whether or not something's going to be profitable for you. Craft Sim is what I use. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but we'll just kind of noodle around until we learn it again, I think. That seems reasonable. We unlock the first mouse by doing a full clear, which I haven't managed yet. Okay. Well, the good news is there doesn't seem to be any particular hurry. I come back, right? Like, I clear as much as I want to. I try not to run out of insanity. Or sanity. And then we'll come out at the end. Back to do the original first boss. Don't they give you a teleport or something? Maybe I'm making that up. Can I come in? I'll do this at like 10%, maybe? I have scorched feet. Moving, you sometimes leap over imaginary hazards. Okay, that takes a second to deploy. That's good to know. So we lay down all the explosives. I guess I kind of forget what we get for doing all this, but I'm sure just doing any version of it's going to give us currency that we can spend. There was some benefit to pulling some things before other things, whether it was just to make room or to get... Like, I'm clearing things, but I don't know if I need to be. I wonder if I could be just avoiding things. I know there were those, like, yellow sort of effigies in the starting area. Oh, yeah. Mailbox. I already have a mail muncher. I probably don't need to be clicking on the mailboxes. Warbands, one could have a dedicated gatherer, an army of crafters. True. I like using the Sims to check on profitability, because even if I was gathering, if it was unprofitable to craft with those mats, I would be better off just selling the mats that I had gathered, getting my profit directly that way, and then buying the crafted stuff that people are selling at a loss if it's not profitable, or if their profession's set up in a way that they can make it more efficiently.
You're causing quite a ruckus. Time to die. Is that all you've got?
Well, we killed a boss. Enchant new mountain pets. I saw one pet on the vendor. Is there more? There must be more, because there's a couple of mounts it looks like we can get for doing like puzzles with different masks. I'm trying to judge how much I want to do this first run. I'll see if I can get through the Dwarven District anyway. For safety, it might be best for me to just do this and then go back and do the first boss and call it good. I think that's a not a bad first go of it. I don't have to do it all at once. State of the Auctionist makes me want to gather and sell because prices rapidly change. People will often post very small quantities for very wacky prices to try to get people to undercut and then snipe those mats. And it can make it annoying to figure out which things are actually profitable to make. I haven't crafted for gold in a little bit. Defeat.
So,
Pharaoh.
you like to play with explosives, do you? Then let's play.
Oh, there's another. Oh, that was just an elite.
You've made a grave mistake.
gonna get launched forward in a sec. Oh, there he is. From achievements boss. I must have forgotten what the context for that was.
Go on ahead. I'll destroy the forge to ensure it never makes another weapon for Nasoth.
So we've got one more sanity refill. I could probably just head back, top up, do the last boss, and be safe. I think I might do that. Because over time, we'll fill out that tech tree that makes it, reduces our sanity drain, makes it easier. Doesn't seem like something we're supposed to do all at once. I'm sure somebody's done better than this, though. I bet you somebody with my item level cleared 2 zones on their first proper go and not just 1, but that's okay. Better safe than sorry. When you kill the boss of an area, it spawns a portal back to the Cathedral District. Oh, that's right. That does sound familiar. I thought there was a teleport. I must have missed it. Woohoo. Hold on. No! What do you mean? There really is no extra grace period on that. Oh, kitty.
Corruption levels detected. Initiating
Oh
evacuation
no. Sorry, I squealed and my cat was like, hey, you're loud. Why are you being loud? Tech tree is time gated? That makes sense. Well, that's a bummer. I think I could have gotten a lot more stuff if we had. I mean, I could try it again. If our entries are unlimited, we can just repeat it. I was so close. Okay. I kind of figured, and I shouldn't have done, I kind of figured there would be a little grace period of like maybe flashing screen for a few seconds being like, you're about to run out, but nope. 0 really does mean 0. Black blood residue, warbound. Okay. You can spend 100 displaced corrupted mementos. And then 300 and then 500. Okay, so I have 2 more of these, so I can spend a few. I think I'm gonna do... that's a free revive. These are just damage and done and taken. I really should pull more aggressively with my gear level. This reduces sanity drain. I think I'm gonna go... Oh, they want to make you, Why? Why do they want to make me? This UI is not making it wildly clear why it won't let me spend mine on this and why I have to do these ones. I wonder if it wants me to do all of them or if these ones are time gated. That's the time gating. They should really communicate that better on the interface. The interface is not doing a great job of showing me that. It just, it says nothing to nothing of the sort. Anyway, I'll take these 2. Hey, let's try it again.
Stormwind City, a bastion of the Holy Land.
Alright, send me a...
Now fallen to the
What did
void.
this used to cost
Staging
us?
ground for Nazoth's
I remember being annoyed at farming entry, but I don't remember what it
Illyria
cost me.
Windrunner forces all to submit to the old god or be purged.
Alright, we're gonna pull bigger. We're not worried about any extra puzzles or looting things because we don't even have we don't even have whatchamacallums.
Please save my son.
Masks, so like we can do the Dwarven District again. I don't think there's any reason to wear the old cloak. I'm sure you could put it on. I doubt it would give you any benefit. I haven't tried it. you would be sacrificing some item level for sure. Potions still exist. Check which color killed the guard and take all else. That sounds mildly familiar. I don't really remember anything about... Well, I remember a little bit. It'll come back to me. Old Cloak is great at when you enter, you had to trade a currency for a vessel.
You don't have to do this.
Ouch.
Resist. Fight back.
Yeah, I made a guide for this back in the day.
I can't believe it. Everyone's gone insane. They're stockpiling weapons for Nazoth's.
Whatever y'all do, don't use Soradormi. Hi Scarlet, how you doing?
Set these explosives
Did you find it the hard way, or did you see the article?
Stay safe.
Okay, I think we're gonna maybe aim to start looking at pressing the button at 15% instead of 10 so that we don't get carried away. Found it the hard way. Oh no! Beat the disciple.
You're causing quite a ruckus. Time to die. Is that all you've got?
This will be a little bit easier just because we've got two of the research trees checked now. It's occurred to me I don't know what this borrowing corruption quest is for. Maybe after we get out of here I'll take a closer look at it and figure out what it is that they want. We're down to 20% here. That's funny. It does give you a huge screen effect. I must have just ignored it. Did a ton of visions during Dragonflight for the mount, so it's still all familiar. Nice. It's for the helm enchant. Oh. Is it doable in the first week? Can I just slap out 8 of these and... I mean, 8 sounds kind of boring, but we could do it. I missed a few of these. There's 2 more. One's over here. A 1 single-use head enchant. Oh, it's okay. I've only got 1 helmet. It would be annoying if you replace your helmet, though.
That's all of them. Detonate the explosives and let's get out of here.
Okay, this way. We'll have to look for the portal this time. I'm gonna try doing basically exactly the same thing I did the first time. I have 2 more charges. I could probably do another robe. I just don't want to run out and miss the last boss again. I know that probably gives you a bunch of currency. Nightfall in 11 minutes. Good call. I should do that in another alt. I have all the rep, but getting the tokens for Mog is good. Okay. So there's the portal.
Go on ahead. I'll
12 per
destroy the
second,
forge
8
to
per
ensure
second.
it
So if we
never
wanted to
makes
do
another
it,
weapon for Nazoth.
we're better off doing... The second one would be Trade District, if we want to do another one. Don't do the same thing exactly, right? Listen, if we do it 5 times in a row, then I'll definitely learn. Take a look at this.
The light.
Oh, there's people. Oh dear.
Paladin. The light has abandoned
It's tough on your neck.
Embrace the void.
Oh, this one was annoying because the tentacles followed you. That's right. And then we need to restock our insanity fairly shortly. Basically as soon as we're done with this poll. Because we do not want to get kicked out. There we go. Problem solved. What are we doing? Have we freed the captives yet? Defeat the Inquisitor. See here? I'm assuming doing more complete runs is going to give us more currency that we can then use eventually for more mounts and stuff. Stuff on the vendor. So we have one more sanity restock we need to do, the end of this zone and then the last boss.
Dare pilfer my greatest prize. Such
There's the Inquisitor.
glorious pain.
And then we get the other guy. There he is. That's right. This guy did something. It's going to come back to me the second he starts doing it again. There was some reason why he was annoying. Yep, that's it. That's what he does. Nope. Okay. Pop that out. Oh, now we have to rescue captives. Okay, I'm not going to have a wild amount of time. What? Two. Run. Thanks, Hot Feet. 3. Currency's warbound? Oh. What's the benefit of doing it on alts? Couple more. This is at 44. Just a different tune. They can buy different things. You can't buy everything on one character? Are we happy with that? I think we're happy with that. I think we can just walk back. I don't feel strongly like I completed that zone, but there's nothing left on the map, so. Before we go in, we will restock one last time. It could be a bit slower. So you get more currency for doing it each week on your alts then. I'm just trying to get caught up. Okay, we made it. I imagine the tech tree is warbound, so all of your alts would have any powers that you'd unlocked on that.
Do not listen to the whispers.
I have ignored them for too long. They speak the truth, Arator, and you will hear them. I will make you hear them.
No, I will never.
The light could not save them.
I forget what I said.
You.
I can see chat agreeing with me and I don't remember what I said 3 seconds ago. Yeah, we got our coconut water. Pretty happy about it. That's how you know I'm having a really fancy morning. It's the fanciest of beverage. Told everything related to this is warbound.
Exploration concluded. Initiating exit protocol.
Incremental progress. At least 2 objectives. Default the boss. Unlocks Tic Tac. Veteran weaponsmith's weapons. Okay. There's so many ways to gear up your alts in this patch that like it's... I suppose you would just look for the latest one. I just got a ring. That's not very exciting. The tech tree is account bound. Okay, that's what I said. That's right. Gotcha. That's right. Okay. That's good. We got 450 corrupted mementos, something like that. Thanks for the mementos. Oh. Yeah, so you can do all the achievements again.
The Isles
So I need 500 to buy my third thing. I have 803. I will do that. But if I was being greedy... yeah, it's the same currency that we would save to buy these things. 40,000! 40,000! Are you serious? Hang on, how many did I get? I got like 500. Okay, we're gonna temper our expectations. My goodness. Maybe they'll start to come faster. Oh my, I don't even want it that bad. It's the lore behind bringing it back. This lady said something about how there's void now, and maybe we can learn clues from how we dealt with the void in the past. So let's go practice. Because look, they match. It's void. All right. Maximum sanity by 50. Gotcha. The Swarmer was 100k. Yeah, I think that the currency started to come faster at a certain point. So I've done 3 evades. So if we just do it 5 more times? It looks like I've got all of the tech upgrades they're going to let me do for this week.
to see them return.
Lesser Rune of the Void Ritual. So we can pick a helm enchant. Or we can ask Wowhead to tell us which helm enchant. 1 residue per side area that you complete. Oh, that does make sense. Okay, up to 4 per. Gotcha. She's on fire.
You have arrived.
And then we've unlocked... Okay, so I could buy with my stuff these things for transmog and or appearances. Okay.
Pleasant spending time.
And then I feel like later on we unlock something that makes yeah. In horrific visions, warbound until equipped. Okay. Complete mask soliloquy, finishing a complete horrific vision with any mask active.
Always a pleasure.
Okay, that begs the question. Oh, you unlock mask by completing the whole thing, so we would need to do a full run. I'm trying to remember the potion thing. There was a dead guy with a potion.
Stormwind City, a bastion of the holy light.
What does this do?
To the void, a staging ground.
Empower this tribute by killing mosses.
Obeying the whispers in her mind, Illyria Windrunner forces.
Hear about
all
Mythic Plus coming back in
to
Legion
the old
Remix?
god.
I heard the headline. I haven't heard any details. I don't know if there are details or if it's just kind of a concept right now. I do not require assistance.
We meet again, champion.
Gift to the Titans, a good proc, reduce sanity gain, give you a damage boost. Gosh, I've forgotten so much about all of this. Okay, we're back. Dead guy with a potion. It was like in the corner, wasn't it? What about food buffs? I got a food buff. I have a flask. I didn't use a mana oil, but that's okay. It's good enough for now. So the red one's bad, I think is what that means. The note says stash potions, gonna start taking notes. Okay. So we're gonna just remember that red's bad. If we see any other potions, I know what they look like now. I don't know if I'm gonna remember where they are. We'll just keep an eye out. Don't drink the black one either? Why not? Is it always bad? I thought that which ones were good and bad kind of varied depending on which one was the poison one of the guy. I think it changes, yeah. This is purple, so that should be fine. As long as I don't touch red, I think we're cool. That gave me 5 minutes less damage. But when it removes, I vomit. Oh, that's right. The vomiting was almost worse than the extra damage done. I kind of remember that one being not worth it. I think you can click it off when you're ready to throw up so that you don't find yourself vomiting in a poor moment.
Can't believe it. Everyone's gone insane. They're stockpiling weapons for
You think that the more we do this, the faster we get at remembering where all the stuff is.
destroy them. Set these explosives around the area. I'll get to work on the detonator. Stay
Okay.
safe.
We do tons of damage. I think I'm just not brave enough about pulling lots of stuff. I don't want to get myself, like, way over my head.
You're causing quite a ruckus. Time to die. Oh, you've got.
But I'm pretty sure my item level can handle it. That is black. So I'm going to drink black and see what it does for me. That gave me 5 minutes of max health. Right. So yeah, the only one that you need to not drink is the one that was by the dead guard at the beginning. So that red one is bad. That would actually take my sanity. Alright, yeah, the WeakAura used to label what the different ones did. But I think you're safe to drink any of them as long as it's not the spooky one. Okay. This is going okay. Does the dungeon change as we get stronger? As you go deeper in, there's different things that happen. I didn't see these at all last time. I was kind of looking for them. I'm excited for Remix again. Sort of. I'm looking forward to it, or like I know I'll enjoy it when it comes around. I think it's a bit too far off for me to be excited yet, though. We got another raid tier to get through first. I imagine that if Sword Army really that they would hotfix it to either increase mob health less or just have her do more damage to make up for it.
You like to play with explosives, do you? Then let's play.
But if it feels good to play with her, then by all means.
You won't dodge this one.
That's probably what their intention is to have an NPC companion to kind of make more roles more viable.
Go on ahead. I'll destroy the forge to ensure it never makes another weapon for N'Zoth.
Any other potions? Place orb before a pull. Oh, that makes sense. You want the Orgrimmar one? I think I liked the Stormwind one better.
Forsake the light.
I don't remember why.
Foolish.
Oh, he has an enormous amount of health. I probably need to kill a bot.
Light has abandoned
Maybe the
you.
shield bot.
Embrace the void.
I don't know why I pulled this. It seemed like a good idea at the time. And then as I was pulling it, I was like, wasn't there like a thing? Oh, he'll repair it quickly. Maybe if I find a way to distract him. Like Psychic Scream? No, stop fixing it! Stop fixing it! Oh, okay. I don't remember how to do it. I don't remember what the trick is. There's a trick. There's a toy train set. Oh, like the actual one? For heaven's sake. That's what I get for pulling him. Did I not? Oh my goodness. No, I did. It's on cooldown. Okay. For heaven's sake. This pack is such bait. This better give me something really good. What did I get? Oh wow, a heavy leather ball. Okay. That's a lesson that I had to learn the hard way. I'm gonna treasure that heavy leather ball. Oh dear. Greetings. Hi Day, how you doing? Happy Wednesday. Yeah, I'm trying out Visions. I'm realizing that I've forgotten more than I knew. It's sort of kind of coming back. It's fun because we're not rushing it. There's no real worry that it needs to come back in any particular hurry. Which is good because it's not. So this is a ram. I think I'm also being carried a tiny bit by my item level. I'm 669 in this character. I'm almost 670. Want to be able to trade the new currency for the old one. Why? Is there stuff to collect that you can't get now? Oh no, because you can still do the old one, I think. Oh, the mount, right. That makes sense. Okay, we're at 18%. Let's not forget. Do that. I can stand in it, maybe. Ooh, killed him really fast, okay. Get top thrust of the way up. Like 100k. I do vaguely remember that taking a while, now that you mention it. Everything that I've worked on in the past is free to me. Like, I don't remember what I did for it, so it must have just been free. Fast with all 5 masks at max level. I'm gonna end up having to do this a few times to get the helm enchant. Might be nice to have that though. Especially if we end up doing any more Mythic Plus. Oh, potion. That's hot feet again? Spicy potion. Day's about to stuff her face with lunch. So excited. Came out of a meeting where I had to pretend to be a professional. Okay, we don't touch red in this particular run. Nothing like lunch. Nice lunch break. I struggle with getting back after a lunch break. I get too comfy. I overdo the comfy. I needed, I think, one more captive. We missed one. We did. There it is. Carbs will do that. Yeah. The struggles of being a bread-based being. You know what I made? I was busy. I did all kinds of things on my days off. And on the first one, speaking of this like it was his creation, on the first day, she made fish stock. I had the head and spine of a lingcod that my husband had caught in my freezer, and I finally, not finally, it hadn't even been frozen that long, but I made fresh fish stock. I had looked up how to do it. I had freaked myself out about whether or not it was going to turn out okay because I read a lot of stories of people doing it wrong and making it gross. Uh-oh. You can line of sight this, can't you? And I figured, you know what I'm going to do is I'm going to make the stock. And then I'm going to make chowder with my homemade fish stock. I'm just going to do it right away, one into the other. Madry, thank you very much for the brand new sub. Appreciate it. Saw the IG
There's
video.
clearly
I think
a
that, I mean,
force in
maybe it was
motion of a
yesterday.
corrupted Stormwind.
I don't know. I don't remember which day it was.
The more
But I knew I needed some extra ingredients, so I went
once and
shopping. They didn't have any fennel, but I got a little bit of everything else. I bought some herbs. I bought some vegetables. I chopped. I prepared. I cooked. I kept a close eye on it because apparently you don't want to let it get to a really hot boil. Otherwise, it's going to make your fish stock taste cloudy and yucky. It was actually really nice. It was quite good. I was a little afraid of it the entire time. And also, I don't have a stock pot. So I was kind of I had a very full regular cooking pot that I was trying to manage things with. It turned out pretty good. I think we have leftovers for lunch of the chowder. I used some clams and some ling fillets to do like a whitefish chowder after. Wait till you get to Shaw. Sounds delicious. It was not too bad. I burned myself pretty good because I was like, I need to taste the broth. And I was kind of deep in my French chef fantasy. I was kind of imagining like I was the Le Poisson guy from Little Mermaid. And I knew I needed to taste my broth, and it completely forgot. It did not occur to me that I should let it cool down before I sip it. So I like took a spoon out of the pot and like, and I went, oh, hot, very hot, delicious, very hot.
This is your time.
Because I needed to find out if I needed to season it anymore. So I have 1,000 mementos. I suppose we're saving up for a pet. That sounds like a me thing to do. Because we need to get another 3 black blood residue anyway. So if we do another round of 3 zones, that ought to do it. Manage your cooldowns IRL too. Do it with a regular pot just fine.
This is when
Well, the problem is that the ling cod was quite large, so, and I had frozen it. So at first he was kind of looking at me while I was cooking him because he didn't like completely submerge in the broth, and he wasn't meant to be. He wasn't meant to be amphibious. After he heated up, I managed to smush him down so he couldn't look at me anymore. Oh dear. Stop touching me. It felt good. That was the first time I've ever made anything out of like the remains of the fish after I filleted it. And there's quite a bit of fish still on there, so it was good. Poor Moose was just driven nuts because he was smelling it the whole time, but I cooked it with onion, so I couldn't give him any. You know what I want mana oil. I could make some because that's something that I know how to make. Golgari mana oil. Let's turn on Craft Sim, see if it's even... What about Craft Sim, not to be confused with Simcraft? We have Auctionator. So let's reload. Do it with more others, different recipes. Yeah, I was thinking I need to expand my fish cooking repertoire. Because right now I can fry fish for fish and chips. And I make fish into like a nice chowder. That's easy. Like a creamy soup with potatoes. It's great. But that's kind of all I've got. And it's fishing season. Rockfish season's open. It's beautiful outside. We've got our gear all set up. And we want to get out and fish. And I need to, you know, it'd be nice to be bringing home some fish. We went fishing yesterday for a few hours. And we caught a couple of things. But we sent them home. Because the fish that I caught was just a little teeny tiny cute little guy. And then my partner caught what we think was an Irish lord, which is a type of fish, not a lost Irishman. And it was beautiful and it was huge, but also we were like I had company coming over and he was so pretty that I figured we shouldn't keep him, so we sent him home. I have a picture, hang on. Try an Asian recipe. I should steam more fish. We steam fish when we're making it for mousse. We steam fish for mousse sometimes. This is a photo of the fish that my partner caught. It was so red. It was quite large. It was so red. It's a type of sculpin, so they've got like these big, huge heads. And like these just gorgeous, gorgeous colors. He was very angry. And very spiny, but we took a quick picture and sent him back into the sea. It doesn't look that big. The net is quite large. That is an oversized landing net. The fish was this big. It was pretty big. More like something you'd see in the dark depths. Yeah, that's our plus size landing net that we can fit like salmon and big like ling cod and stuff in. That was pretty cool. I didn't take a picture of the one that I caught because I just kind of popped it out and like chucked him back. Angry boy. How many mooses for scale? Not quite as big as a moosey. But yeah, I need more. We could have kept him. We just didn't. He would have been delicious too, although he was so pretty. Sculpin are nice white fish. Okay, let's just go back in. I don't see why not. Is there anything I need to be doing? I think I can just do the same thing again for more currency and more black blood residue. I don't think I need to really strain myself here. Oh yeah, I was gonna make a mana oil. I forgot. I got a bit distracted.
Stormwind City, a bastion of the holy light.
Oh yeah, we're filling up bars. That's good.
Staging ground for N'Zoth's
That'll be
armies.
useful for something. What is this
Obeying the
Tenebrous
whispers
Gateway? That's
of
probably
their
just a leave.
mind, Illyria Windrunner forces all to submit to the old god, or be purged.
I mainly spent my fishing time yesterday just getting hung up on kelp. There was quite a strong current, and no matter what I did, my jig head would just get swept straight into the kelp. It was beautiful out though. We saw some seals. You always see seals. They come check you out when you're fishing. It was a really big one. And he kind of swam right up this one. Why are there spookies? Where are there spookies? What color is our bad potion this run? It looks like black. So this run we're avoiding black, which means that red's once again safe. Everything except for black. Odd seal, big groups. Just the odd one coming by, because we were fishing on rocks on a point. So they'll swim by, they'll check you out to see if you're catching anything. There are places where like batches of harbor seals will like beach themselves and just hang out, but most of the time I see them swimming. I love watching them swim. They're so like oddly graceful, but also really chubby in the water. I love the seals and the otters. The otters are really funny. They get mad at you. The seals do too. When we were on Salt Spring Island on our honeymoon, there was this otter that was like swimming by, just going, oh wait, black bad. Red fine, black bad. Hang on. Remember my potion colors.
You don't have to do this.
You gonna eat that?
Resist. Fight back.
I still haven't seen any more whales. I'm dying to. We gotta get out there more often.
I can't believe it. Everyone's gone insane.
Saw some in Scotland a couple years ago. My friend was utterly in love with them.
For N'Zoth's armies in the
I was so amazed that we saw porpoises.
Set these
Though they're pretty
explosives
shy. You
right
don't
here.
come across them all
I'll
the
get to work
time.
on the detonator.
For some, we're like, dolphins? This isn't really a dolphin kind of place, but not quite dolphins. Dolphin adjacent. Dolphin related. Cetaceans. Something to that effect. You know what's funny is I keep telling myself that if I move, I'm gonna get some local like naturalist guidebooks for like the local wildlife and really learn the names of everything. You know, the birds and other creatures that live in the area so I can know more about them. And that seems like a great idea. Except for the fact that like when I do move, I'm not moving far. I'm not moving to another ecosystem. I don't know why I'm waiting. I'm not gonna be moving more than like an hour or two away at most. We're really not gonna be dealing with a completely different bucket of fish, proverbially speaking. Can I loot this? I thought that I needed a mask to deal with this. Oh, no, trash rats. Man, last time I lost so much time fighting the toy guy. I forgot that he was a trap.
Causing quite a ruckus. Time to die. Is that all you've got?
Keep an eye on our sanity. You could do that now, right? I've been kind of enjoying. I've been picking up. I picked up a book, and I had a book that someone lent me, like physical copies of books. And I've been kind of resistant to collecting physical books because I don't really have a lot of room to store them, and I don't like moving them because they're quite heavy, and they're a bit more awkward to read in bed, especially like at night. But I've just been keeping them around. And I've been trying to pick up a book whenever I get the urge to like just check news or scroll. I've just been making myself pick up a physical book instead. And it's working quite nicely. It's working really good. I could get a wildlife book for that. I don't know what's going on, but I wasn't in a great position to do anything about it anyway, so. All you can really do is live your life one day at a time. Okay, this one. We are still a little... See if we can sprint to this, and then make it back to Planter Orb, and then fight the boss with it.
Detonate the explosives and let's get out of here.
Oh, the boss spawns over there. I forgot. That's okay.
So, you like to
He's got
play
RP
with
for a second.
explosives, do you? Then let's play.
Look out!
You've made a grave mistake. Bombs away.
Well, with no mass at least, we do lots of damage.
As burns.
Go on
So
ahead.
we'll do Trade
I'll
District
destroy
again.
the forge to
I wonder how
ensure
far I can
never
get now that I have all
like
3
the
powers
other
and that
side.
I'm not going to mess with the Toy Man. There is gear. It's not going to, it's current season gear. So if you had current season gear from a different source, it's not going to really change your life. As far as I know, there's been no major item level bump. It's just another source of current gear. Correct me if I'm wrong, please, as always. I'm 1 hour into it, so I'm a bit new.
Light. Foolish paladin. The light has abandoned you. Embrace the void.
That one's black. That one's a trap. What's that one? Purple. We can do purple. Do these stack up or do they just refresh their duration? Might be stacking. No. I don't know. I don't know what it gave me. Something. Where do you get the real deal? So there's 2 different titles, just to make it fun. The one that's spelled the way that mine is from the raid. It's from an achievement that you do on One-Armed Bandit for killing him with all 4 chip mechanics active. So you can activate extra mechanics by collecting chips in the raid and then inserting them into the machines right before the boss. And if you kill him with all 4 chips on, you get the real deal with 2 E's. Now, if you want the real deal with an A, then that's a different achievement. That is Underpin. I double question mark Underpin. I think solo. I could be wrong on that. I know it's to do with Underpin. Don't forget the mailbox. I don't think I need the mailbox, do I? I have the mail muncher mount from the last time that we lived this nightmare. Unless they've added something new to mailboxes, like a mail muncher recolor or something. I think I'm okay.
Slave master. And him. Satan.
In the Dwarven section, then Old Town. Trade District 2. Toy Man! Toy Man is bait. I was today years old when I remembered. Do we know if it's permanently in the game now? My assumption is that that is the case, that it is here to stay. I don't remember reading anything about it being temporary like the leveling event was. Swore I was done with Visions after I did the 5 mask and BFA. See if I changed my mind on that. There's some new stuff. I'm having a fine time, I think. Let's top up a little bit. It seems like a reasonable thing to do. You're not going to get it all done in one day, but that's probably for the best. Feels like getting your weekly done. You make some progress. That'll make it easier to do more next week. The title is in a group, the solo's for the mount. Gotcha, okay. So if I wanted to be a real deal, I could be a fake real deal and make Flabby do it for me. While I just wander around dotting things and pretending to help. Looking busy. I'm surprised people are not complaining more about this. I don't know where to start unpacking that. Okay, so I have one more reset. 12 per second, 12 per second. Mage Quarter or Valera. Let's try Old Town. Why not? It's right over here. We don't touch Craggle. Craggle's a mistake. I think I can just book it.
What do you mean Valera escaped? Find her. I want her dead before day's end.
Oh.
Champion. Shaw's lieutenants hold the keys to SI-7 headquarters. They're hunting down anyone who opposes N'Zoth. You kill them,
get one more.
take the keys,
Leaden
and then
Foot.
you kill Shaw.
While out of combat, you tire of movement and must rest more often. Oh, I remember that being kind of annoying. I wonder if I'll have enough juice to finish this, especially because I don't really remember what this one is.
Valera, you can't hide from me. Damn
Got his key. Now what? Obtain somebody else's key. Maybe that guy. That guy's gonna have a key. So we can be careful. We can drop an orb before we pull that guy. Now what do you want me to do? It was something to do with over here.
Got the key. This thing is what drove Shaw mad. The keys need to be used at the same time. You take one monolith, I'll take the other. Now it's just us and Shaw. Let's finish this.
Hello? Hello? Are you here? There he is. Suppose that's on brand. Oh dear. I don't remember what to do with the eye. Am I supposed to not look at it? This is terrible. Or am I supposed to look at it? No, I think looking at it's not helping. Don't look at the eyes. Oh no. My sanity. Okay, so we don't worry about trying to kill the eyes. We just don't look at him, burn Shaw. We have 32%. We gotta try and do this fast. Don't RP very long. Just no chit chat, only fighting. Less chit chat. Stop chit chatting.
And you will hear them. I will make you hear them.
Come, 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 come.
No. The light could not save them, and it will not save you. What have I done?
Are we leaving? I think we did it. I think we did a good job. I got confused when it gave me sanity.
N'Zoth clearly exults in the notion of a corrupted Stormwind. The further you venture into the city, the more
Okay, I lost a lot of sanity by forgetting what the eyes did.
once and for all.
This is good. That was my best run so far. Got the rest of our residues. We got some currency. Don't forget. Chance, thanks for the 19-month resub. Afternoon, Hazel. How the heck are you? Good afternoon to you. I'm doing all right. I'm slowly reloading my brain with everything that I forgot about Horrific Visions, which is everything about Horrific Visions. It's coming along, though. I just got my weekly done. I need to Google what I need, actually. Wowhead, help me. I think you take, like, secondaries or something. Best corruption in Chance. Priest. Void Ritual. Sounds good to me. What's a rune of the Void Ritual? That one is probably just the secondaries, yeah.
Go with the
About to work on that over my lunch. My Void Demon Hunter to try him out, get some gear. Nice. Yeah, not too bad. Not as grueling as I thought it was gonna be. I still don't think I'm gonna get like a full clear done with my setup right now. I think maybe next week with additional power that'll probably happen. Maybe probably might. We have 1,700 of these. So if I wanted to, there's nothing to stop me from just like dummy grinding currency for cosmetics, but it doesn't make a wild amount of sense to do that because we're going to be able to grind it faster and easier later with more tech upgrades. So I shouldn't ruin my life trying to get these things today when we can just get them down the road, especially once we've kind of upgraded stuff.
You have a bright future.
Yeah, what happens when you rank that thing up? Like, what is it for? What does it do? I have questions.
Until next time,
We could get weapon cosmetics, but I think I'm not too fussed about it. At least it's something. 1 piece per mask per week. Oh. Well, I'm glad I got my helmet enchant on anyway. Lesser Void Ritual. For a second I was a little afraid that it had a duration on it, like it was going to expire. They show once you've got a tribute to level 1. Okay. Yeah, so that seems reasonable. It'll get easier over time. I don't know why I'm doing a full auction house game when I really needed to search 2 things, but that's okay. Tribute of Elite Extermination gives you sanity for elite kills, leveled by killing various elites. So we did do the Toy Master for something. It's helping. Get on board with that. Do I not have Craft Sim on? No, I don't. I meant to. I meant to turn it on. Huh, neat, okay. 10:30. We definitely forgot to do 10 a.m. Nightfall, but that's okay. I think I'm done with Visions for... Am I done for the whole week? I might be done for the whole week. I don't think I'm upset about that, because there's so many other things that I can work on in the meantime. I'm sure I could progress further if I keep grinding it, but like... Not to any great effect. Like, it seems like this is a reasonable point for me to stop. Okay. Alright, not super profitable. We can just buy a few. So that means, you know what I can do? We can work on Undermine weeklies. That'll be fun. Do you do Mythic Plus in your Shadow Priest? I do play on my Priest. I mainly do Holy. I mainly play Holy. Most of these times are with Holy. I have done a couple of Shadow Keys. I don't know if I've done higher than 10s, though, as Shadow. Various new mounts you can only get in Stormwind Visions. Don't have to do it this week. It seems like it'll be easier to worry about in a future week. I didn't even get the whole thing cleared for masks yet. So I could get a 636 reward if I do a full clear, but I think we're all right. I think we can leave it be. No huge rush on that. This one taking me down? This one's taking me down. Oh, we didn't quite finish the coffee. If you let your coffee get cold enough, you can just pretend it was nice coffee to begin with. Ooh, surge pricing. Let's see if we can get in on this. We have the weekly for it. Let's do some jobs. We have, thank you very much for the 27-month resub. Hi, Hazel. How is Married Week 2? Married Week 2 is very good, thank you. We had our 1 week anniversary last weekend. Defeating slimes. We're on it. Distracted by a good game. How are we doing on overall Undermine collecting? 67? Holy. The Godfather's got shoes. I wonder if I can find this rat. Maybe we could do weeklies and a little bit of miscellaneous collecting. Oh, if you get honored with all the cartels, you can get an iron chicken. Shrugs off boiling oil and 11 secret herbs and spices. Just don't introduce it to rust. I didn't know there was an achievement for that. That's cool. I have done it incorrectly then by trying to get one each reputation up to Exalted one at a time. This add-on is called All the Things, or ATT. It's great if you like collecting things and you want a good list of things that you still need from a given place. It is overwhelming if you aren't ready for that. Because all the things is a lot of things in this game. And sometimes having things in a list can make it seem really important that you get them all, which is kind of a big ask. So I like using it to check on what kind of things I still need. I don't finish lists very often, no. Cartel besties. So if you get revered with each of them, that's got helmets. Interesting. Didn't know that. We good? Another slime. What else? This guy, I mean, these things are just a lot of resonance crystals. If I want those, I'm probably best off doing just tons of weeklies on my alts. Nightfall dailies, actually, were doing pretty good. I was doing Nightfall dailies on alts to get extra chances at the cat mount, the Void Links. Could work on that today. And that definitely gives resonance crystals, which is good because I need something to kind of keep my spirits up in between all of the disappointment. Is there marriage content that unlocks weekly? It's time gated. And count it one day at a time. Be married for X 900 and whatever it is days. Oh yeah, I need one more slime. This is my least favorite of the card jobs. I can never find enough of them. I didn't think I was going to have this problem in Undermine. Need a jastering and then you trade it to your guilty. Oh, you know what? Actually, that reminds me of. I haven't used my cartel chip to get anything. They give you like 3 freebies, I'm pretty sure, right away. And I have those. I have not purchased a single thing with them. I should look up what it is that I could use. I could get like a Hero Track piece of my choice. I'm sure there's something. I think my trinkets are pretty good. I might end up with a Jaster Diamond, honestly. That might be the move for me. Dark Fuse, Spycopters. So those are the things we can get with Dark Fuse directly. What is my reputation with them? Honored, okay. At Revered, you can get the Demolisher mount. And at Exalted, you can get the coat. And then there's a Wave Shredder from the Paragon cache. Gosh, I can't believe there's a mount from each of the Paragon caches. That's so crazy. Happy Wednesday. How goes the things in the Hazel world? Happy Wednesday, Draysky. It's going pretty good. I can't complain. Getting through things one at a time. No major disasters to speak of. I'm slightly scared thing this morning when I was driving home from yoga. I had just turned onto a one-way street and I was doing fine. I had turned in the correct direction. And I discovered there was a cyclist, which is fine, except that they were coming towards me on a one-way street, which was less fine, in the middle of my lane. So there was plenty of room, so I managed to evade them. Nobody died! But my goodness, it's too early in the morning for sudden death like that. That is, what a way to get to wherever you're going. Went back to yoga. It had been a while. People noticed. It was one of the reasons I was like kind of dreading going back. Is like, oh man, are people going to give me a hard time about this? And everybody's very nice, but people definitely noticed that everyone's gone. It's like, oh hey, you're alive. I was going to call you. Yeah, I am, all the limbs are very heavy now. I gave him a good workout. Name suggested. Oh yeah, that's right. I had such a nice weekend in the city that I'm kind of enjoying. I'm a little bit sad about the fact that I'm still house hunting to move out of it. Did a little shopping. I went on a little date. We got coffee. You know, had some nice walks with Mr. Moose. Did a little fishing. Got some groceries at some really tiny local places to make that fish stock with. That was fun. Did I get my search pricing weekly done? Because, let's see. No. No, I did not. I did not do enough to earn a chest and therefore get search pricing. We can still do our, jobs. Not drop rates are good. If you do chat on alts, you can Paragon pretty quickly. I was kind of doing chat on alts for a bit, but I'm really hung up on that achievement. I'm really hung up on part-timer. I don't know why it's so important to me to get that and not the million other things that I could get with the reputation instead. I just have this idea that now that the rep's been buffed, the rep's gonna be not that hard to do, but part-timer, like, if I want that achievement, which I clearly do, I need to be putting my chat list just directly back into chat. There was I think there was an article recently about how people still don't know how to get the Employee of the Month. There's only 2 people that anyone could find with the achievement, and neither one has any idea how they got it. And somebody had a theory, which I thought was really hilarious, that maybe there's just one Employee of the Month randomly of all people that do chat lists every month. Like of the entire player base. Or maybe region? I don't know. They would be, we don't know. We don't know what it is, but that would be very funny. I have gotten sidetracked from my job, and I am now instead doing a world quest, which I do need to do. And I walked into my chosen coffee shop after being away for 6 weeks. They were just like, where the hell have you been? We thought you moved. Do you have like a regular order, or do you get something different every time? Do they like start making your drink when you get there? Did they whip out the pastry with your name on it? Yeah, I could totally see turning in a chat list for rep if you were like right at that threshold. Double Allonge. Black. Allonge? I Google. Oh, it's like an espresso drink that's at least double the volume of a standard espresso. All right. Let's go. As soon as people in a place know who I am, I go to a new place. I decided to finally go into a shop that I've walked past a million times but never actually been into. And I was like pondering how silly it is that I was like nervous about going into a place because people might have seen me around but never inside, so they might wonder what's going on. And I'm like, well, are you afraid? Because I'm also afraid of going into places that I've never been before. So clearly there's no middle ground of like an acceptable amount of time to have been in an area before you go into a place. So this is Hazel's sign to herself that she needs to stop thinking. But I had only just realized that I was having that same anxiety in reverse from the normal way that I have it.
Just don't tell the rest of them I said
Let
that.
the water run a bit longer. Not quite the volume of the Americano. Oh. Gnome player YouTube lady. That's me. That's a good stream title. I should put that in the back pocket for next time I run out of ideas. I'm glad they put a big green arrow on the car, because it's nice for when I forget what I'm doing and who I am and where I'm going in life. How are you guys doing on your cartel reps? I'm sure some people are done. I'm like half done. I've got 2 at Exalted and I'm working on my 3rd. I've definitely missed some world quests, but I've more or less, I think I've done the weeklies every week.
You do the work, I don't break a nail. That's a win-win for
Have
me.
3 at Revered? Nice. Worst case, if you don't enjoy it, you'll be moving away. Then I get to go be silly in new places. Not that I've really been wildly in the way. I actually really like that shop. They had a lot of cute little like local small brands and business things that I really liked. I got some tea. And then the mugs, of course. Wanted honored? Dark Fuse, who knows? Yeah. I'm kind of surprised my Dark Fuse is as far as honored. I think I'm probably going to get hung up at Revered for a while on that one.
Now get back to work, Toots.
I'm glad that Exalted is just a transmog. It's a cool transmog. I want the Dark Fuse Exalted coat, but I'm glad that the mount is on Revered, so if I do end up getting Dark Fuse to Revered and then leaving it be for a long time, as is sometimes a possibility, then at least we'll have the mount collected out of it. Almost done. School picking up last month before finals. Oh, that makes sense. Yeah, there is a Dark Fuse Paragon mount. It is the Bronze Goblin Wave Shredder. There's a Wave Shredder. Someone else is fighting all the smugglers. There's some. I don't know why I thought that Halo would pull things. That's like the only point of Halo is that it won't. Yeah, the people say that the drop rate for all of the Goblin Paragon mounts is very forgiving, so maybe it won't be too bad to get the Dark Fuse one. I haven't seen anybody on it though. I have not seen anyone shredding around on that thing. How are we doing on our chat list? I didn't check to see. I didn't check to see. Nothing? I kind of hoped I would get something by default. Maybe not. Might have to do a couple things on purpose. Nice of them to give me a ramp out of there so I don't have to go back through the door. Didn't care that much about the other rep, but for Dark Fuse, ew. Yeah, I wonder how much market research I have. I haven't turned it in a bit. I was waiting for... I guess at this point I'm waiting for yet another Darkmoon Fair. Currency? I'm sure I don't have very much. Yeah, I have 110 research and none on any other characters. I have not been doing that much under mine. That's okay. Look, we just got 1 from doing that job. Counts. Oh, there's still a cosmetic. Oh, there's a coat for doing shipping and handling? I didn't know that. It's kind of cool. Anyways, we've done our 10 jobs for now, so we can stop doing them until surge pricing comes back. I keep wanting to call it surge protection. I don't know why. That's 1 weekly. Then we can do scrap jobs next, perhaps? I wonder what I'm going to get this week. What do we got? So we're working on... Blackwater. We're friendly, so maybe we'll get them to Honored. Which I think is the toy? Honored... maybe it's a Revered, actually.
For you.
Yeah, there's 2,000 rep. We need to do some rears too. Do a Dark Fuse farm group at some point. Just don't get a lot passively. I kind of thought I was going to get more while working on everything else. I kind of figured that what I should do is just collect everything else that I want in the zone and then see how we're doing. And it looks like I'm going to be at maybe Revered. Maybe. If we're lucky. I'm a big strong girl. I can do this by myself, right? Oh, that's not the kick that I wanted to get. I forgot. He's got a scarier kick. It's not Arcane Bolt. Although Arcane Bolt does hurt. Bombardment you can dodge, I think. Right? No, you can't. That's probably the kick that you want to do. You don't have a whole lot of interrupts as a Shadow Priest. You gotta kind of be a bit stingy with them. Oh, maybe I should do the rare. I got the mount, but I didn't, I did not get. Oh, I need a lot more research. Plus, I've heard that's a great way to get Miscellaneous Mechanica as well. Alright, let's go do some scrap digging. Any rares that we can kill are great. But we need to do scrap for the weekly. Plus, any of those cans that we can get will help too. I say as I completely leap over a bunch of them. You a fan of the car? Yeah, actually, the car really grew on me. I was a mess with it at first, and I'm still not perfect, but it goes a lot. I get around nicely with it now. I'm pretty pleased with it. Whenever I get stuck, I kind of know what I did. I think I enjoy driving around Undermine more than I enjoy, like, dragon riding around a normal zone. Like, I would rather poke around Undermine and do quests and grab stuff out here than I would to do the same thing, like, flying around Hallowfall or Ajgahet, I think. Got 5 Miscellaneous Mechanica from the Dark Fuse rare while grinding out the mount. That's pretty good. I'm sitting on 4 total lifetime. I couldn't really tell you what they were from either. I know I got at least 1 from Glagio Garbage.
That's why we got insurance, folks. Clean it up.
So we're gonna do. We did the rares. We can do the cans, and we'll do the races too. That'll be no problem. Sometime soon. I'm kind of glad that Horrific Visions isn't going to take all of my time. It seems like something that we can kind of do for like an hour or two once a week and call it good. Because I want to grind out Undermine cosmetics, I want to grind out Nightfall cosmetics, and I want to grind Delves. Because I want to finish leveling Bran, and then I want to do Underpin once I have a level 80 Bran. I want to try getting through double question mark Underpin again.
Alright, nothing good left in this pile. On to the next one.
And all of that's going to keep me kind of busy. There's plenty to be getting on with. Alright, we can maybe do... You know what? No, let's stick with it. We're going to stick with the scrap until we're finished it. We can do World Quest later. I kind of thought painting the car was going to be more exciting. We unlocked the paint colors that exalted with the Goblin Reps, which took a long time to get. And I don't know, at the distance that I'm normally driving the car, it's mainly just a pile of black smoke. Underpin boss recommended Brewmaster. Oh. I have... What do I have to use? Ret Paladin might be good. I've got a BM Hunter, might be good. Is our new scrap job up yet? Yes. Those are probably my best bets if I don't want to do Shadow Priest. My Shadow Priest has by far the best item level, though. Someone who didn't do Horrific Visions when they were first out, how does the current version compare? It seems to be about exactly the same, but it's being received, I think, a bit better. Because you don't need to grind entry tokens for it. What else? It's just kind of like a fun challenge to noodle around in. It doesn't seem as impactful. It doesn't seem like as long of a grind. I remember that originally trying to get your cloak fully powered up and the tech tree fully done out was going to be like a huge, like months long process. And so you were doing these visions and you knew you were going to be doing them for ages. And it is a bit time gated right now, but it seems like you're going to be able to get all of your power within, what, like 4 weeks, 5 weeks or so? And it doesn't take very long to do your weekly. My impressions are pretty limited though. I spent about an hour with it this morning and that's about as much as I've done. It was reasonably fun. It's a good source. It's got some cosmetics. The head enchant should help with any content that people are trying to like finish up late season. With the tank, I heard less ads spawn. Oh. I'm kind of glad that we're time gated because it makes it easier for me to feel like I'm done for the week after like an hour or 90 minutes instead of feeling like if I want to stay caught up, I need to grind it for 6 hours. You can definitely, there's stuff that if you want to like do a ton of it, there is stuff that you can continue grinding currency and buy. They give you unlimited entries now, which is better than it used to be. But I think that if you let people do the entire thing in one day, people are going to do the entire thing in one day and then complain that there's nothing left to do. Or complain that it was way too long of a day and they're burnt out on it. I think it's... I know time gating is not everybody's favorite thing, but I think in this case it's fine. I think it makes sense. That's just for me, though. That one's done. Next one's spawning. Oh, back up at the marina.
Tourists floundering out there in the marinas, bad for everybody. Help them out.
Interesting.
Come on, Chop Chop. We're getting paid commission, not hourly.
They could have given us the entire thing in one day and called it a day. Don't want to look at my character knowing there's locked time-gated potential. Oh. I have a laundry list of things to do in WoW. More exciting than laundry, but you know. Hey, don't downplay laundry. Laundry can be very exciting. Trying Warlock for the first time. Overwhelmed by Demo. So many stuff to ramp up your damage. I noticed when I was trying to play around a bit with a couple different DPS specs, the list of things that they want you to do before you like use your cooldowns, or like the order to set things up, is sometimes quite a production.
Oh, for the lover, get that out of here. Wrap it up. I ain't spending more than another minute here.
Graduation from Demo Warlock's suit. I like to imagine that it's just like a big Void Lord passing out diplomas. Alright, we're digging. I didn't try Demo out this time around. I was really enjoying Affliction on my Warlock. I was having a good go of Afflock for a second. I think I reached my limit for how much I want to play alts though. I think I ran out of steam. It's easier than ever to gear them though. There's so many places you can get alt gear. Nightfall in particular seems to just crank it out. Arcane is so satisfying once you learn it. Okay, so we got our scrap weekly done. So now I could probably do a few... We can probably do the world quests. Surge pricing's not coming back until... We didn't quite make the last one, so it won't be back until 11:30. It's only 27 minutes, but let's see. What do they want me to do? They want me to aid struggling swimmers. They should have worn some PFDs. No one is too grown up for a PFD. Is that what I'm doing? I'm handing them emergency pool ponies. That's kind of a PFD. Wish for this world quest priest could levitate them to save them, right? I don't know, I kind of want an emergency pool pony. They just sound fun. I think if I was going to have like an inflatable pool thing. Flamingo? Flamingo sounds cute. But it would be a bit silly for me to get one because I don't have a pool. What am I gonna do? Stick it in the bath? This is my first week with Blackwater World Quest. That's why they're different. It just occurred to me. I don't know what I'm doing. I've not seen this one before. Get a pool? My goodness. I'm gonna need to make a lot more content if we want a pool. I also don't want a pool. I feel like if I had pool money, I would just get goats. Oh, man. Give them funny goat names. Go look up like the oldest Victorian novel I can find and name them things like Ferdinand. I wonder what Moose would do with goats. I feel like he would lose his mind. Not like a greenhouse? I think greenhouses are more affordable than goats, because goats need land. You can get kind of a small greenhouse and you can wedge it in somewhere, as long as you can windproof it, which is kind of a project, but like, I've seen some damage to greenhouses. But you know, I've seen people with like little squidgy ones that they've like wedged in places. What does this guy want? Why is he glowing? Is that for the rare?
Shipping and receiving.
It is.
Hurry back.
Oh, yeah, it's Revolt Strike. This is the one I never do because because it doesn't work for me. I don't end up figuring out what it needs. Like, I know you get stuff and you charge it up, but like, I just wasn't figuring it out. Oh, 964 gold! Go to silly rectangle pupils. Orchard. I could see myself planting like a fruit tree or two if I had room to plant fruit trees and I got a place that didn't already have them.
See what you can do about that, huh?
I don't know about whole orchard. I feel like it would be nice to get an apple tree with like a really nice variety of apples. Because I know apples do well here. And apples are something that I feel like you can eat them directly, you can make applesauce, you can make apple pies, they're very versatile. It's not like some fruits where you kind of run out of things to do with them until you get really creative. People have plum trees around here, and plums are great. But when it's plum tree season, people cannot give away their plums. If you're not like a plum jam kind of person, at a certain point, there's only so many things you can do besides just straight eating them. And the trees give so much fruit that there's like just a plum surplus. People just leave buckets of them out on the sidewalks with notes being like, free, please take them. Are apples the sort of tree that does better if you have two? It's a good question. Some trees do, some trees don't. Some trees you can get away with your neighbors having them if you have like a lot of neighbors with fruit trees. Because it's just a question of like whether nearby pollinators can get pollen from a compatible second tree. Grafting branches to get nice fruit. Aww. Is that why you don't see very many of them at the nursery? Also, what am I doing? Oily octopus cleaned. Those barnacles are people. They live in there. You should look up how they reproduce. It's fascinating. My goodness, this is just carnage. Oh. Thanks, go placidly. We had a lovely time. We had a very nice time. Power wash. Also, I think I was missing the mechanic of how this actually worked. There we go, we're doing a bit better now.
Nice job. Oh, she's shining like the day I stole her.
You're gonna need to turn the water on and not spam it. Yeah, I think I was toggling it. I think I was turning it on and off again. Repeatedly. Okay, we got 964 gold. At what cost? But that's fine. There's lots of barnacles in the sea, I suppose. Those ones just had bad barnacle luck. I like it when you sit next to a tide pool that has barnacles in it and it's deep enough for them to be submerged and they like hide, but then if you stay still long enough and they decide that you're not a problem, they'll start going. They filter feed.
Dark Fuse is sending their best to try
I
and
want to do the
make
race.
trouble for us. Huh. How many of their best
Died the Visions
do
and
you think
Stormwind.
adds
Not
up
sure
to
what I
one
was
of you?
doing. I got yanked out of my first run because, or maybe it was my second run. I ran out of insanity or sanity. I thought I had enough time to pop my orb, and my orb was just about to cast, and I ran out and they kicked me. This is tragic. Luckily, it's not limited entry tokens, otherwise I would be extra salty. I haven't messed with my car's engine in a while. I wonder if I'm a good enough driver now to have different stuff and go faster.
Wow. You ever think about doing
I don't
this professionally?
Oh, need another road thing. It's today years old when I learned that barnacles are actually alive. There's little creatures in there. Guild progression night. Mythic Rick reverb down. Nice, Doc. Would you be salty enough to change your title to salty? They should have a toy that you can use that auto changes your title to salty if you have it. For like 5 minutes after you die. Because I'm too lazy to do it manually. Actually, that wouldn't even need to be a toy. That could be an add-on. I bet you somebody could... Well, I don't know if add-ons can change your title. They could probably put a button on your screen to do it. I'm making this up. Hi, Icy Lemons. How you doing? It would be a tough thing to sell to people, though, because the amount of people that have the salty title is probably not as many. It's kind of an old one to grind. I ought to join a group, eh? "32 still thought in your 20s. Not anymore. Used to be. Was once. Am no longer. I've been streaming for a long... I've been online for a long time. I've made content through basically my 20s. I started when I was 21 in 2013. It was a good solid 12 years ago now. I turned 33 this fall. I'm still waiting for my wisdom, though. I think the unfortunate truth might be that you get limited additional wisdom if you don't get additional life experiences. If I spend too long just sitting inside playing WoW, I may not come up with any new insights. Do you ever go back and watch your old content for funsies? No. I don't even watch my current content for work. If I'm editing something, I do my best to avert my eyes and to the maximum extent that I can do so and still get it edited. It's a bit ill-advised, to be honest. Oh, I need to do another security. There we go. Good chunk of WoW streamers are 30 plus. I think it's a good chunk of the WoW demographic is 30s and 40s, and increasingly 50s. I think a lot of us have just... I mean, the game's been out for however many years now. Didn't we just have like a 20-year anniversary?
very efficient. It's, kinda scary.
Oh, I got a thing! Undermine gear, world drops. Mech forged chestplate. And a rebel spike vest. They're for other armor types, but that's fine. Gold-plated spell staff. Hate my recorded voice. I don't mind my voice too much, but I get weird if I see myself on camera too much. I get nitpicky about my appearance in a way that's not healthy for me. So I try just to not look and not worry about it. I'm sure I look fine, which is why I'm not looking. If I was really worried about it, I just wouldn't stream with the camera on. But I know that looking at it too much and trying to like min-max it too much does bad things to me. So we just for the most part don't look.
Crunchies, lucky doos and roofs.
We watched Anduin grow in real time. That's true. Scrap chewer. So this must be another one of those summoned rares, huh? I don't think I've killed this one yet. How do we charge this drill? Pick up a battery? Bring it over? Maybe? Humans and sheep only store the memory of one half of faces, usually the right, and mirror it to save space. How on earth did they figure that out? That's part of why you look different in mirrors versus photos. That's crazy. That's really fascinating. It's like video encoding. Different encoding tricks. Oh. Wow, I got some more transmog. Missile caps. These things are all brand new to me. Sabatons. Make it warbound until equipped. 15 minutes on surge bracing. Saw it on the Discovery Channel forever ago. Oh. Main game, EverQuest 2, plenty of people over 50 and 60. Sometimes I feel like everyone else is running an SSD brains while I'm stuck with HDD. I was starting to feel like my brain was overheating. I had asked it to do a few too many quick short tasks and task switching, and the thing just cooked. I'm trying to let it cool down a little bit now. I take nice little breaks to just let my brain do nothing. So that it's gets a little time off. Head empty, no thoughts. What is this? Mighty. Oh, this is fun. I was just talking about how I wanted a flamingo pool floaty. This is the best day. I manifested this. That's crazy. I feel like everyone else got a user manual except me. I think you gotta write your own manual. I think everybody got a different model and you gotta figure out what all your different quirks are and what works. And then like update it every 2 years. Stink bombs dropped. Oh, that seems mean. They can't run away. That seems like kind of a... I don't know why I'm worried about that with all of the barnacle murder that went on earlier. Also, there's a kitty cat. There's a kitty picking her spot. I wonder if she's mad because I vacuumed the bed and it doesn't smell as much. It probably smells like equally as much. I had just vacuumed it. I didn't even wash it. Oh. Such a big bed. Where shall I sit? So many options. We could do Gutso. Gusto? Gutso. Gutso. I feel like the main reason why I show up for these rares is just on the off chance that they drop me a miscellaneous Mechanica. It hasn't been happening. Am I still on 4? Yep, still on 4. Miss Kira, too cute.
I have many
She is so sweet. She's been so cute since I got home. She's been following me around and chatting away and
friend of the Grumbles.
demanding cuddles and of course getting cuddles because you must you must give Miss Kira what she wishes. It's the law. Bumping into the dog. She was like trying to run from some kind of a loud sound. I forget what the sound was. I was doing dishes or something. And Moose was just standing in the kitchen and Kira's trying to flee And she manages to run between his front feet and then park right underneath him like she docked in a carport. And then she just, like, I think she realized what she had done, and then she froze, and then Moose is just standing there like, hello? If I stay very still, I won't get in trouble. I can totally fight this on my own. It'll be fine. This guy hurts. He's got an important kick, too. Just in time. I'm running out of health potions. My favorite thing is, as a priest, somebody else finally shows up and I can just press fade and dump aggro on them. It's like, wait, I can't take any more of this. You gotta help me. Okay, what am I doing? We're waiting for surge pricing. I should probably take a short stream break, actually. Maybe we'll pop back to the hotel and do that. It's almost 11:20. It's 11:20. My goodness, where'd time go? I have not been remembering to do the Nightfall Weekly. I wonder if it's because I finished the rep today. You know, I know I need more stuff from it, but rep's done. Neighbor has a moose-like dog and he wants very badly to befriend our cats. Aww. It was very brave cat behavior. Cute. One of the local cats kind of wants to meet Moose, but I don't think Moose has the chill to handle that situation, so I haven't let him approach the cat. It's a big cat that can take care of himself, but Moose is... he's just so bouncy. Alright, I'm gonna be right back. Okie dokie, how are we doing? We got the next surge pricing up in like 6 minutes. How's our rep coming? I want to see if I can get anything new soon. We are... Blackwater. Oh, we did hit honor today, so I can check the vendor and see if there's anything cool there. Nice blanket. Thanks. I like making my cozy nest. Besides, it's basically summertime, so I'm trying to wear a t-shirt without needing extra layers, although I don't know why it's with this camera angle, it's not like you're even getting elbow. I should just give up and put my hoodie back on. I'm just trying to be a warm girl. Cold, rainy here, feels more like fall. We've had some rain. It's been warming up properly though. The main thing that makes it feel like summer to me is that the days are so long now. It gets light out so early and it stays light out so late, and I love it so much. And it's hard to not wish it was like this all the time. I'm just trying to enjoy it while it lasts. It's been so cold here and I'm not okay with it. Oh no. What am I doing? I'm offering free Blackwater trials. Do all the long days. I can get up at like 5:15 and it's light out. Like I can see my way around my apartment without having to turn any lights on. It's great. I'm not bumping into stuff. It's hard to get out of bed when it's completely dark out. I know people do it every day without complaining. Sometimes with complaining. But it's way easier for me when the sun's already up. Hate getting off work at winter at like 4 and it's already nighttime. Yeah. Definitely with complaining for me. Yeah, let's not forget about the benefit of a good strong complaint about it. Every winter it gets me really hard and I'm always surprised like it hasn't happened to me every year. I just get really used to the nice long days in summer, but we got lots of it. We're not even at the longest part yet. We're only in late May. We got another month of them getting longer before we have to worry about it getting smaller. Should do some early fishing mornings or something. Go watch the sunrise. Hard time being awake and happy on rainy, cloudy days like today. Sometimes I like rain because it means I don't have to water my plants in my balcony. Which is good because I don't do an awful lot of watering my plants in my balcony. I'm pretty good at forgetting to. I don't have so many this year though, so it doesn't take so long. Last year and previously it was kind of like a big project because I had so much stuff out there. I've downsized it a fair bit. I'm not sleeping. Nope, 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 nope. Two more of these. What's this gonna give me? Reputation. We like that. I like that a lot. I wonder what I get it honored. We'll have to go check. I guess actually I can probably see here, can't I? Bilgewater. Blackwater, pardon me. So there's a banner at honored, which I'm probably not buying because they want 5,000 resonance crystals for it. And it's just a banner. There's the pet. The pet's revered, so I can't get that yet. The fishing barge is also revered. Exalted and exalted. Okay, so there's really no point in me going out there unless I want the banner. Call that a big never mind. Worry about it at revered. You get all kinds of stuff at revered. I'm gonna need a lot of crystals for that as well. I think my total resonance crystal stash is starting to run a little light. I need to trade Kej for resonance crystals. Yeah, I've got like what, 12k? 13? Any more? Eh. I feel like I keep clearing my way to a box to click for this world quest and then it's gone. Just losing interest, I suppose. It's kind of fun cooking something that was a bit more of a project. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna make next. Do another batch of hazel curry. Oh, I don't have raid tonight. I don't think. We finished our raid season. I think we're done with mandatory raids, so I think I have tonight off. Curry's fun. Curry's like a good staple. I can make a big batch of it and freeze some, and then we've got like lunches and dinners for a little bit. Although not that big of a batch of it, because when I bought my Instant Pot, I was still in my I'm gonna be alone forever phase, so I bought like a small one. And it doesn't really hold large batches of much. But I suppose it works out, because I don't really have a large freezer either. I've got like just the regular one on top of the fridge. If I end up getting a place that has more space, I might try to squeeze in a chest freezer somewhere so that I can bulk shop and like batch cook and freeze stuff, especially fish, if we're catching fish. I love fish, but I refuse to buy it because why buy when we can go fishing? It's also kind of expensive to buy it directly, and then you just don't have to worry about what you spent on the gear to go fishing. Don't think about that. Just think like, wow, this fish would have cost $15 if we bought it in a store. Don't do the math on the lures and stuff. It's not worth it. If you assign a value to your time, yeah, it's good entertainment though. Like, people spend money to go outside and have a nice time. And I would say fishing is much more fun than like the movies or eating out or what else do you do? I actually don't know what else people do outside. Concerts? Fishing more fun than that for sure. It's just overhead, nothing to worry about. Exactly. You're combining food gathering and entertainment. Exactly. Depends on the concert. Apparently there's a Cirque du Soleil show in town. I kind of wanted to see it. Should probably save some money though. Speaking of money, there's gold. There's gold to be had. Although surge pricing's gonna start in a sec. We're almost done our world quest out here. I'd say for a lot of, I mean, I guess the tickets are one thing. For a lot of people, like, the expensive part of going to see a show is, like, if you have to travel and then stay somewhere to see it, that's gonna really add up to much more than just the tickets. But if it's someplace I can get to from home.
Selling overpriced shirts, keychains, and souvenir explosives is my business. You stop these scalpers from cutting into my revenue.
Okay, we're gonna do the scalper quest as quick as we can. And then we'll hop in the car and see if we can get a surge pricing box. Thought it was a bit underwhelming. I haven't seen a Cirque show since I was like 18, I think. I loved them though.
Interesting. Well, well, well.
There's also some kind of an ice situation. There's like a skating Cirque show somewhere. I thought that was nearby. I'm always impressed by people that can just ice skate in general. Let alone doing any acrobatics. I'm just excited they've stayed upright. It's more than I can do. I'm very much a clinging to the boards kind of ice skater. Terrible Canadian. Okay, time to get in the car.
It's go time, sugar. Let's make a buck.
Let's make a buck. I should start my streams like that. It's go time, sugar. I feel like you need her accent to be able to get away with calling anybody sugar. Lady Greasewheel. Oh, I've abandoned Lady Greasewheel. I'm so sorry. I'm like, where did my arrow go? She's just trying to cross the road up here. She alright? Oh, here she is. I used to watch recordings of Cirque on rainy days in school instead of outside for recess. I loved it. I had a Cirque soundtrack that on CD or something that I used to listen to in high school because I just loved the music that they would choreograph to. You don't get as much artful wailing in other modern genres. You have to really look for that kind of thing.
Total your car. I call that a success.
Arrived at Helva Hill. Almost. Nearly. Went ice skating for the first time in years this past winter, and wow, the muscles you don't realize that you never used to balance and move. Yeah, I bet. I wonder if I lived like near a skating rink that did just like, I don't know, family fun skate. Well, I'm not really a family, am I? Wobbly adult fun skates. You know, something very low pressure where I am free to hobble about without being wildly in anybody's way. Teach Moose to skate. He'd probably be good at it. He's very nimble. I don't know if dogs skate, but Moose is very acrobatic and nimble. He was playing with some dogs and he was leaping like clean over them. Like he would be running towards this dog to play, and the dog was just kind of looking at him, laying down like, I'm tired, dude. I don't know what you want. And Moose quickly realized the dog wasn't going to get up in time, but he had too much momentum to stop. So he like flew a little bit. He like leapt into the air, soared straight over the dog, landed clean on the other side of him. World of Fae, thank you for the 3-month resub. Miss you on YouTube. Good to see you on Twitch. Thanks for stopping by. Moose skating, big TikTok opportunity. Oh. Big indoor ones are better. They keep the ice smooth. Yeah, I've never been outdoor skating. I've never lived anywhere that got cold enough to freeze ice to a safe skating thickness. I don't think that's ever happened to me. There we go. That was what we needed to do for the weekly. We don't even really need to finish the batch of quests, although it seemed that
Great work, Toots.
it seemed
enough to pay all your traffic tickets.
I thought I saw a thing. Activities. Shipping and handling. Event completion. So there's a coat that it looks like could drop from just completing a batch of 9 quests. That's what I bet that is. So if we do 6 more. The problem with skating is that it's cold. The skates are really heavy and stiff. You know, if you fall down, it's kind of tough getting back up. You don't really know where you're going, just generally around in a circle. Kind of fun. Maybe it would be more fun if I tried it again as an adult. Swimming was kind of like that. I think I enjoyed swimming more as a grown-up. As a kid, I was just too upset about being cold. We had to learn to swim in the lake, and the lake was freezing. And that was before anybody had thought that cold plunging was cool. I met a woman recently who was talking to me about how every morning she swims out into the ocean with the otters a certain distance and then back to like wake up in the morning. I thought that was like both the most weirdly admirable and also craziest thing that I'd ever heard of, because it's freezing. Like, I know it's May, but still. Did you start the cold plunging trend? Me personally, yes. Sure did. The moment that I set foot in the cold plunge tub on vacation, everybody decided that it was alright for them to start. They waited for me. It was nice of them. My partner keeps saying that I should, if I like the cold plunge, I should try cold showers. But I feel like the shower is kind of attacking you, whereas the tub, you're sitting in the tub. Like, there's more agency involved. It's not coming at you quite so hard. Plus, there was like a sauna like 2 feet from it. That was half the fun, is you'd do the cold plunge, and you'd finish whatever time you wanted to spend in the tub, and then you would scurry. You would scurry off into the sauna. I feel like without that, you're just cold. I wonder how cold you get when you're like swimming though, and not just like sitting in really cold water. Because swimming's quite, that'll warm you up a little bit.
Honey, sweetie, baby, sugar plum, angel face. Thanks for completing that job.
Package.
My pocketbook thanks you too.
This way. Oopsies. Maybe I'll have another swimming phase. There used to be, when we were fishing in the lake all the time, we would see a man, it was an older man and his dog, who also seemed to be older. And they were there at basically the same time, and it seemed like every day, and they would swim sort of out in the lake to like this little island in the middle and then back, and you could hear them because this dog was like really huffing and puffing, but like it had a good rhythm going on because they had apparently done this like forever. And it was just really sweet. Like the man jumps in, starts swimming, the dog's like, yep, this is what we're doing. Coming with you, wait for me. Huff, huff, puff, huff. It's like a Labrador. I feel like that man had a very special friendship with this dog. I have a special friendship with my dog too, but I'm pretty sure if I jump in the water, he's not coming with me. Especially if there's anything else that he could be doing that he's more interested in. I'm pretty cool and all to him, unless there's a dog that he could say hi to, and then I don't exist.
You do the work, I don't break a nail.
How are we doing?
That's
7 to 10.
win-win for me.
In Victoria at Easter, we saw some folks swimming in the ocean with a little Jack Russell who was deeply concerned. Yeah. It's pretty cold water. Do you think the dog was just trying to save them? It was like, what are you doing? Get out of there. I'm coming. Wait for me. Yeah, plenty of people swim all the time.
Nice job. Now get back to work, Toots.
100%. Mom, no!
Hey, you! We got a mech that's out of control here. Could use a few hands to shut it down. You in?
Something gave me... Oh, it was the weekly... I had my chat log scrolled up. I'm like, what just gave me 1,000 resonance crystals? I gotta do that again. I think it was just my weekly quest. Yeah, okay. I think we're done. I think we can turn off jobs. You don't need to do the last one. So we can turn in our surge pricing weekly. We've done quite well today, actually. I should probably do the world boss. There's a transmog I need from it. I always tell myself in a patch that I'm going to collect all the transmog, like all the drops from a world boss, and then I never end up getting very deep into it. I also kind of want to look for...
Red hot savings here.
There we go. The acid-drenched rat. Wow, you do not get... The epic chest had like 27 resonance crystals in it. Not very many. Mog is the hardest one to get 100 on. Mage Belden, thank you very much for the 55-month resub. Appreciate it. That's acid drenched rat. I'm gonna look this up. I thought I had the Safari achievement. So maybe the rat's outside of the Safari achievement? There's a whole bunch of them. Oh no, hang on. For 3 hours I've been camping and killing critters across the area. I got the rare spawn mechanical frog without trying, so it's a rare spawn. It probably cannot appear as a secondary, and after the second day of having witnessed it spawn, I gave up trying to battle everything I saw. Killed every critter that wasn't it. It only spawns as a primary pet. And then, yeah, use a pet capture team. Maybe I'll poke around. I might not get it if we only have 20 minutes, but maybe I'll poke around and see if, it can probably and will get killed to AoE from other player doing shipment surges. Oh. Well, patch is a little deep in. Maybe we have a chance. Yeah, it's definitely way harder to 100% Mog. Track pets, okay. We're looking for an acid-drenched rat. The area is basically the entire vat works. Especially like along... There's like a little route. And then sort of... And these wily rats are not the one. You can actually kill those. Looking for acid-drenched rats. Somehow I have this pet and I don't remember trying hard. I think the add-on I was using is All the Things. I think that's the one. So we're also keeping an eye out for just regular critters. Trying to run the route that's plotted on the map here. This pool here. I'm too far up. I need to be down here. So we can kill other critters. Just in general. That guy's back. I've killed him already, though. I'm sure... I imagine that it's only the rats that really matter. And then this is where the other part of the road is. Here, I'll show you what I'm following. I'm trying to get an acid-drenched rat pet. And this is kind of the route that I'm trying to run circles on. I don't have it overlaid on my map or anything, so it's gonna be... I'm just trying to do my best. And I'm looking for the pet, and I'm also keeping an eye out for any other critters, really at all, that we can smoke here. How are we doing on the chats, too? Good. Done. Can turn in. It's just, it's been on my, all the things list. I wonder if there's any other good tips. Wily rat. That's not the right kind of rat. I don't think the oozlings matter. I think the rats are probably their own spawn pack. Some people are suggesting trying war mode. Rare spawn of the wily rat pet. Some kind of shared timer where only one can be up, maybe? I guess the other thing I could do is just try to keep pet tracking on and then try to keep an eye out for it. I don't know if I'll remember to look for it, though. RP server time. Oh, yeah, actually, I have a character set up that can do that fairly easily. I can take a look. My, one of my hunters is on an RP server. Yeah, I'm reading a bunch of stories, and a lot of people recommend joining scrapped groups to shard hop. $32.65. We can also try turning on war mode for a second. Orgrimmar, Veldraken, or Dornogal to enlist war mode. And that takes her to Mereldar. So if she wants to go back to Dornogal, she's actually gonna have to fly there. Because I'm set to Mereldar for the sake of doing these dailies, the cat farming. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fly down a zone and just take the portal. I think I'll have an easier time doing that than trying to fly up the core way. Didn't have to do much for Acid Rat. Yeah, I'd like to, it would be nice to get one today if possible. I'll take a look on this character. I think I'll turn on war mode, have a look, and then if there's nothing, I can go to the hotel, turn it off, and have another look. See if we get lucky that way. Turn on rematch so we can get our pet capture team set up. Acid Rat, good name for an EDM artist. In the meantime, speaking of critters, my little baby girl. Little itty bitty kitty. In her perfectly normal sized adequate bed that is definitely not too large. Certainly not intended for a much bigger dog. Just right for Miss Kitty. Sometimes Moose barely takes up more room and he curls. It's really funny watching him scrunch up compared to when he wants to spread out. He can really compact himself if he's in the mood to. He spent some of last week's streams with us on Streamo. I really enjoyed that. I like it when he hangs out with me. He's snoozing on the couch right now. I didn't need anything here. Hello?
At last, our threads entwine.
Oh, right. This is a fresh character.
Do keep in touch.
So we pop up this way. I have a good feeling this'll work. Pop this on. See what we can do. I might need a car. Keybind. Ah, there it is. Tracking pets. There's a lot of treasures up here. Oh, there's one right there. That worked. Okay. We've got a pet with Howl and Super Bark on. One acid-drenched rat, please. Nice. Alright, now we just need to not mess this up. Vicious Streak, Rabid Strike, Acid Rain. in the comments is talking about it dying, so I think it's fine. Horrific Vision seems largely the same. You don't have to pay for entry tokens anymore. There's some new stuff to collect. We don't need to worry about the cloak. So there's a new tech tree that we kind of level up instead of the cloak. Yeah. Are these both mechanical? They are. These are not the ideal pets to have to clean it up. But yeah, the way it functions seems basically the same. The torments seem the same. The enemies and the layout and the packs. Oh, there's an NPC companion that you can have help you now, if you want. You can have Sword Ormy go in there with you and take on a role just like Brand does. Early reports were indicating that it's not worth it because the mobs get so much extra health that it doesn't make up for what help she's giving you. So mileage may vary, but it might get hotfixed. I'm excited. I found one of these. And I can hearth her back to Merildar. Maybe do a batch of dailies. Nice. I like to run DPS, but don't seem to need her. Maybe it would be more necessary if you wanted to go in on as like a healer and you needed somebody to do damage with you. I haven't made a YouTube video. Today I tried it out for the first time, like on stream, on this stream. Okay. We have all of our... Oh yeah, we've got a whole bunch of them to pick up. That's right. So if I want, I can do 6 dailies if we can make it through. Because she's only at a level 591. She still needs help. Oh, she's in war mode still. I mean... Who's really going to fight me? Right? Doubles the health of mobs, only worth it if you really want to heal. Going along with Scary, I liked having her with me for the company.
Looks like there's treasure nearby. And that means treasure hunters. Watch your back.
I'm like nervous there's going to be other people here. This is a little spooky when you don't have any item level yet. This character's level 80, but I think Time Walker did something to level without actually getting any gear. Herbalism, maybe. Delves? I don't know. Her item level's not very good. $591, yeah. So she needs a belt for sure. She has a belt from Serpentine Sash. That's like a classic dungeon belt. Her rings and trinkets are fine. Her weapon's fine. Bracers need a little love. I think it's mainly the belt that's holding me back. Maybe we should just see about buying one from the vendor with the token that we get. Oh, but I already have the Mog Fort, I'm pretty sure. I don't want to use tokens for something that's not transmog. Alright, I think this is the world's slowest possible way to do these dailies.
We must prepare for Belladar to shift.
I think we're gonna open them as we go. Oh, we got a veteran trinket. We can probably turn more mode off before we tempt fate too much. Make something happen. Depleted my first 13 by 33 seconds because we had to wipe on the first pole since the tank couldn't jump up the ledge. Oh no. Oh, it's like my worst nightmare that I can't jump onto something that everybody else has already jumped on and it causes a problem that wipes the key basically. This is terrible. Oh dear. That was our 23rd tracked attempt for the Shadowbound Leash, which is the Void Links. I think that we've got another 20 to 30 attempts that we did before that, so we're somewhere in the neighborhood of 50. Jumpy skips give me anxiety. It's awful too, because I'm the priest, so ideally I make the jump and then I can help somebody else who can't jump by gripping them. There are other classes that can do it, but we don't play with them right now. Sometimes you can have somebody mount up and you can hop into their mount passenger, but sometimes you can't. I don't think that there's something that Blizzard puts into dungeons on purpose, but it's just something that ends up happening regardless. First pull of Floodgate. Oh dear. Is the fact that I'm a gnome and I have tiny legs. Yeah, I sometimes use that too. I don't know if it matters, but gosh, there was some jump that I was trying to make as part of the green fell cycle grind. It was in the cave. And you had to like make a jump into like this central pillar to like get up to a little cave. And it was possible, but it was so hard that I was starting to blame anything that I could possibly blame to find some reason for why I had tried so many times and not made it. Drop Chance Tracker is an add-on called Rarity. If you have that installed, updated, and turned on, it should keep count of how many tries you have for things like that. My trouble is that I tend to disable it when patches come out because I disable most of my add-ons on patch launch, and then I forget to re-enable it, so I end up with a bunch of untracked attempts. You can plug them in manually later in the settings, but where's the fun in that? And then you have to trust your honor. I don't have enough honor to be worth trusting. Exactly 50 points away from 3K. Wanted to get it soon since it's summer soon. My friends just drop off the face of the earth. Yeah, I'm curious to see if my group gets going again to get the 3K or if we just end up leaving it. Could go either way. We're only at 55%. I guess this character is quite undergeared. This is probably not my first choice of characters to do dailies on, but here we are. Worked out this way. I'm pleased that I got the rep done. That must have improved my buff. Yeah, high chance of doing extra damage. That must be helping. Do I have details on? I don't. I was gonna check. I guess I can turn it on. I was gonna check details and find out how much of my damage was from that buff. I love add-ons. I'm happy with trimming them down more and more. Yeah, anytime I can lose something that's just like a UI piece and not doing something funky and fun, I'm pretty happy. So, Nightfall should be beginning. Let's see if we can make it to that. We'll do one more. It'll take what, 15 minutes? We got time. I wonder if I'm gonna run out of steam for collecting Nightfall sets. Maybe I'll just get the cloth one and call it good. It says we have 80% of these things. Is that for account mode? 82.6. 80. Well, that's funny. I turn account mode on and my percentage actually goes up and not down. I feel like that's backwards.
Is that the best warrior
We do want the links though.
Get in there and show them the strength of the flame. A squadron of those noxious pests have infested the battlefield. Get in there and squash them.
I was just up to something. Oh yeah, I was looking through the Nightfall things that I'm missing still. Good amount of them. Any of those Radiant Incursion quests and Sureki Incursion quests, they'll give... Looks like basically the same. Oh no, they're different satchels. Are they? Confiscated Cultist Bag, Radiant Service Satchel. Oh, they are different bags. So they both have a chance to drop the cat, but they have other loot? Those are purple things and those are white things. Oh! I do need the Void Scarred Lynx mount. That's one of the things that I'm farming. I kind of want the rest of the Mog as well. No, maybe I'm getting confused. Radiant Incursion. No, those drop cultist bags. I am getting confused. For a moment, I had kind of tricked myself into thinking that you get different Mog chances for doing Aj-Kahet dailies versus Halifal dailies, but no, I think they're all the same. Cultist bag, cultist bag. The Radiant Satchel is the one from the weekly. And the cultist bag has all kinds of things. And I only need 4 more things from that. Weapons from the cultist bag.
Bring them the warmth of the sacred flame.
I might need to change my loot spec if I want to optimize this. Goodness. You can get a lot of it, too, from the vendors. There's just so many things. I kind of wish it was just an arsenal. All these individual little weapons to get. I have most of the armor sets. Missing like a plate chest, 2 leather items, 1 cloth legs to finish that set. Weapons are going to take forever though. As a positive note, finished all I had wanted to do this week in Visions. Nice, you unlocked 5 available masks, got 2 out of the 3 mounts. Did what I could for the purple bike. Nice. Is the purple bike grind quite involved? Is there a lot of bits and pieces to that one? No, it's easy. Seems buggy. Haven't been able to get a clickable item yet. Have to look into that at some point. Not horrible. Definitely needs a guide. 1 run just for the bike, and then you can get back in to farm the pieces. Oh. If you kill it too quickly, it'll interfere with getting to the mount part.
Burn those defenses to ash before they turn the tide of battle.
Doing this event on a RP server is much different from doing it on my regular server. There's a lot more objectives that you can do because they haven't been gotten to immediately. It shouldn't affect your rewards necessarily, because contributing is what ranks up your bar. You can only get the bike from the Stormwind Vision. Okay. And there's pieces on both visions. So if I wanted to start it early, I would need to start that this week. But otherwise, you could just wait 2 weeks for it to rotate back. If you weren't in a hurry. Hello, Ghosty. How are you doing today? Debating on making a character in a low-medium pop RP realm. I think it would definitely have ups and downs. Pros and cons for sure. There's so much stuff here. How do I have 80% of it and I still feel like it's so many things? I think some of them are being listed in duplicate or triplicate. I think that's part of the problem. It's just like the weathered service satchels. Everything is being posted more times than it actually exists. Because it's listed separately for each source they can drop it. Doing alright. How about you? I'm doing pretty well, thank you. Just about at the... I mean, a little overtime for the end of my stream. I had a nice time this morning. I'm getting a little sleepy though. More next week and people can finish it. Oh, for engineering for the fell bike. Compared to the secret bike, it's a walk in the park, buy some mats, have a button crafted, gather a few things in the visions, and done. Alright, alright. I could have a look. Not right now, but like maybe this week before the week's over. Could maybe be convinced to go back into visions.
A squadron of those noxious pests have infested the
I wonder what we get in the Flames Radiance Paragon caches. Probably just standard stuff. Gold and pet charms and some resonance crystals. Get to farming this rep, only renown 3. If you have any interest in farming the cosmetics, you'll be done with the rep well before you get sorted with the cosmetics. I guess you might get lucky. You might get lucky with the cat mount. Get it early.
Is that the best warrior they can offer? Get in there and show them the strength of the flame!
510 rep away from Exalted in one of the Undermine cartels. Oh no. Do you have any alts that can turn in chat lists? Can you make an alt that can do a chat list? I guess it would need to be 80. You need to get Kira a bigger bed. You think? She's running out of room. I think she's a little cramped. I like how she holds onto her feet with her other feet. Make sure they don't get away. Not going anywhere. You know what had just occurred to me? You fill up this bar, right? And you get a green chest at the first little thingy. And the blue chest at the second. And then I guess the purple chest when you fill it all the way up. This entire time, had been operating thinking that you had to fill up the bar for each chest and that it would reset. And it was just kind of funky and broken, and that's why it wasn't resetting to 0 every time I earned a chest. How many weeks has this been out? That's different. I guess it's different from how it used to work for other things, right? Like it used to fill up the bar to give a thing and then the bar would reset, right? Or has it always been like this? Because I kept being like, oh man, it's really lucky that I got the blue chest, but the bar is still 2/3 full. I was so lucky that I might be able to finish the purple one. Nope, that's just how it works.
Is that the best warrior
There we
they
go.
can
Got a purple
offer.
box.
Get in there and show them the strength of the flame.
So now we can basically wait for the last boss. All objectives have been completed. I guess we could maybe help. Or when the timer reaches 0. Is Sirenella worth spending any time on? There's awesome cosmetics out there. And I think technically the ring is still good for some specs. I wouldn't, if you're just looking for player power though, I wouldn't worry too much about Sirenile. If you want, you can go back and get the ring and get it powered up, and that'll take you like a day. But I wouldn't stress out too much if you just skip it altogether. If you like collecting though, there's all kinds of stuff out there. What do we get in the boxes? We get anything we can use? Helmet. Nah, I've got a veteran helm already. I need to get a belt. My poor belt. If it was really important, we would just find a world quest or like buy a green one or something, but or use undercoins. Are undercoins still not transferable, I wonder?
Cowardly crawlers are retreating! Rally to me, and we will finish this fight!
Resonance crystals and a token. I should maybe just start spending my tokens. We don't need so many more of them.
Many deals for a friend of the Grummles. Like you.
Let their arrogance fuel your spirit.
The Nightfall voice actor, not my favorite. He was fun at first. Yeah. His fervor, I think, maybe wears a little thin after the first 30 times. You got to be impressed that he still really cares about pushing back this Reki horde when he knows they're just going to be back the next hour. He does this 24 times a day. He hasn't slept in however long it's been since his patch came out, and he's never going to sleep again. It's occurring to me I don't need to try too hard. We've already got the thing filled up. Yeah. Kitty cat's having a nice little nap. She's got a good spot. It'd be funny if the voice acting got more and more exasperated throughout the day. They're coming. Again! This gun looks so silly. It's so bright.
And your aim true. May the flame guide you.
I like these bosses because they really give you time with your thoughts. You know, if you want to practice your rotation, you can get a couple of rounds of it. If you just want to have a nice think about what you might do or not do with the rest of your day, you can do that. There's not a whole lot. I mean, there's things to dodge, but nothing's terribly dangerous. Little time with your thoughts. Oh, look, there he goes, 64%. It's happening. I need a Mog. This was not what I got out of bed wanting to look like this morning. Speaking of the salty title. You know, I don't think I can do that in combat, but I might be able to use the toy transmogrifier. I can. What set should we wear? Tropical swimwear? Do we have anything? We have like some saved ones. That's her heritage armor. She's got like a blood hunter one. It's kind of cool actually. Maybe without the helmet though. Maybe with a different bow. It's got to be a more... Oh, I thought I saw a good one. Here, let's make sure we're still tagged. There you go. That's not it. Voodoo bow, maybe. It's a different type of troll, though, isn't it? Here, press the kill command. There's some good options. What's he at now? Oh, 17%. I'm starting to see why I chose that red one. Actually, that one goes quite nicely. There we go. Let's see. Is that better? Yeah. Armor was made for orcs. She's got a chance to get her tattoos out. She's got like her built-in tattoos and the tattoos from the armor. We get any good loot? No, another chest piece. We have many. We can set up a whole store.
Flame blesses us with victory. But stay vigilant. The enemy will return to throw themselves.
Anyway, 300 resonance crystals I get to keep. And let's see.
Always be prepared.
Want to spend that token on anything? I think I'm past the point of wanting to hold on to them. An agi polearm we can get for the Mog. Or we can buy the cloak because she could actually wear it. Let's do that.
The sacred flame tempers not just our souls, but my steel.
Great. Okie dokie. I am out of time for today. I'll be back tomorrow, standard Hazel Stream Week as far as I know. I will keep you posted if anything changes, if I need to take any last minute mornings off for house hunting or something, I'll let you know. Thank you so much for spending this time with me. I appreciate you guys, and I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day.